Hey, friends, how's it going? Hey, Cosmic Mama. Hey, friend, how are you? I saw you earlier. Let's see. Thank you guys for having out with the live goal and for tapping that screen. Let's keep it up, and we'll get rolling here. If you are a Trump supporter, you're welcome to hop in the queue, or if you're over on the tube, you can give a ring. Give a ring to that phone number that is above my head. It's absolutely one of the best songs ever, friend. We'll absolutely hit that one on another night for sure. Fauci isn't in any sort of shit because he hasn't done anything wrong. Good luck with that, though. Why don't you? I'll tell you what, Bee's Knees. Why don't you come on up and tell me why? If you can come up and you can explain to me why that is a thing, then I'll be happy to listen. But you just don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, there's that. Good luck, though. Good luck with that. Here you go, Cosmic Mama. Absolutely. One fucking awesome song. Once again, guys, keep tapping that screen. And how about with the live goal? We'll get things rolling here. If you are a Trump supporter, you're welcome to hop in the queue over here. We're going to start taking guests here momentarily. And if you are over on the tube or on Twitch, you can call that number. That is right above my head, is also pinned in the chat. Thank you, Salty, for the gift of the jewels. Appreciate you. And thank you, Wesley. Says, I got the first super chat. Hope the stream is fun. Much love. Well, thank you, Wesley. Always much appreciated, friend. I appreciate you always for being here. Thank you. Democrat Destroyer, hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hey there, buddy. Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 40 and I live in Nevada.
Okay. why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
Well, he's the greatest president that our country's ever seen.
Okay, but why do you still support him?
Yeah, I would say immigration, economics, and jobs.
Okay. He's done worse on jobs than Joe Biden. The economy is worse than when he took office. And as far as immigration goes, he's deporting less people than Joe Biden did and Barack Obama did. So again, why are you still supporting him?
Yeah, so if we're starting off with jobs, I mean, Joe Biden's entire 4 year presidency, I was not able to find a job. As soon as
I don't
Donald
really
Trump.
care about your anecdotes. Joe Biden added 8 million jobs to the economy over and above the 8 million that he added back that we lost from C-19. Your personal anecdote doesn't matter to me. So I look at facts and figures and sources. So
Yeah, man,
so I just don't give a fuck about your personal life. So,
but I did get a job at Bass Pro Shop.
but if you're just gonna do personal anecdotes, we're not gonna do this. So either stick to sources and data, or like we can move on to someone else.
All right, we can do the economy then. I mean, would you agree or disagree that gas has gone down $1?
It hasn't. It's gone up on average by about $1.30 since Donald Trump took office in January 2025.
I can't agree with you. I was just paying about $5, and then now I'm paying about $4.
I don't care if you can agree with me or not. Those are the facts. The Energy Information Administration, the EIA.gov, proves you wrong.
Well, sometimes the .gov.
But we all know that you're just trolling, so just fucking leave, okay?
I don't know why you're being so.
Because everyone that I know is messaging me and telling me that you're just trolling, so no one wants you here. Just fucking leave, okay?
You're gonna have to kick me out, baby girl.
No, I'm good. You can stay up here and be quiet.
Okay, that sounds good. Turning my mic.
Hey, Erika, how are you?
I'm good. How are you, Matthew?
I'm just fine. How's your evening going?
You're gonna be happy.
I guess what? I have hot feet again.
You have hot feet again? That's no good.
I know.
With Donald.
I think you might need to turn your mic up a little bit, Matt, if you can.
Oh, turn it up a little bit? I can probably do that.
Yeah, you're a little bit quiet.
Oh, that's no problem. I
be
can
with these
easily
people.
do that. That's no problem.
Yeah.
Donald Trump, and
Sure.
you know what I'm talking about. That's just gonna.
I can hear Matt, have you got an annoying noise in your ear?
No, I don't hear anything. Why, you hear something?
Okay. There's just like an annoying kind of whiny sound. It's kind of going in and out.
It must just be that high. It's like a high. Is it like a high pitched whine?
No, it's
Yeah,
fine.
really high pitch.
Does it sound like? Does it sound like some stupid piece of shit whose balls haven't dropped yet?
I'll just
It might do.
Is it really?
Hang on. Do they know where Lebanon is?
Fine. Don't you worry. It's fine. Don't you worry. I appreciate you turning off my mic.
I do think. I don't know. Hey, guest. Real quick question for you. Can you locate guest? Hey, guest.
Don't you worry.
Hey, troll under the bridge.
Worry,
do you know where Lebanon is located? Can you locate Lebanon on a map?
In terrorism.
Can you locate Lebanon on a map, guest?
In terrorism zone.
Can you locate Lebanon on a map, guest?
Yes. It's in the terrorism zone.
There you go. Anyways, this guy's just a troll. I've gotten like 5 messages from other creators, so he's blocked because he's trolling. Guys, if you're a Trump supporter, I'd like you to request that up. Nemo messaged me. He is on his way over. And so we're going to rock and roll. If you're over on the tube or over on Twitch, you're more than welcome to call in. Our phone line is open, and we're taking phone calls. And so Pine Barrens, you're welcome to request that up. You probably won't. Thank you, Taffy. Appreciate you for the late birthday wishes. Very, very kind of you, friend. Thank you. Appreciate, by the way, we just want to say one more time, thank you to everybody for all the wonderful, wonderful birthday wishes. So delightful. Absolutely. You guys were really, really kind. So how's your day been, Erika?
Not bad. I took some stuff to the dump for my mum.
Oh, that's fun.
And then I fell asleep on her sofa for about 3 hours.
Oh, okay then. Wait, hold on. I have a question. What do you guys call the dump? What was the word term you? What do you guys call it?
We call it the tip.
Interesting. That's cool. I didn't know that. That's fun.
Yeah, it's called the tip. And you know what? So when Steve came to visit, Buzz, stop. When Steve came to visit, I obviously on our cultural exchange took him on a visit to the tip. And he said it's very different here because we have to sort everything before we go. So I have to put the wood in the wood section and the plastic in the plastic section and the glass in the glass section, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So you sort it and you dump it all. And yeah. Oh, Buzz is saying hi.
Hi, Buzz. And then how is it for you? What do you guys? You guys just dump shit and then it just whatever?
Yeah, they recycle most of it.
Well, that's how it works. I mean, that's how it works here too. That's why you sort it. That's the whole point is that of at least for example, there's here at our place in Maine, there's a town dump here. There's no trash pickup. Like either you pay somebody to come and get your trash for you, or you have to drive things to the dump.
Hang on, why would there be no?
It's a
you
small.
Pay taxes, right?
It's a very small town, Erica. It's not a town that like I'm talking about a town of like less than 3,000 people.
No,
I
understand that, but there's not a village in the UK where you don't get your trash picked up.
I understand, but it's a spread out rural area that is seasonal, and it's like there's a number of reasons for it, and also you can have somebody come and take your stuff. Otherwise, it's just easy to go and take your stuff to the dump whenever you want. So, yeah.
Hang on. I don't know whether you're aware. I think there's someone in the comments who's like 1.5 years old. Because
really?
Pine Barrens, MAGA country, says Trump is the best president of my lifetime. Well, the only way that can be true is if you were born within this current presidency.
I
don't know how you're typing.
Oh, they're just a bot. I was going to invite them up, but their invites are off, so that means that they're just a bot. I would recommend that people in the chat just ignore them because they're probably just a bot. So don't worry about them, guys. Yeah, because no real person would ever say things like that because that's just silly. Yeah, no, it's not entirely uncommon in very very small municipalities. In a place like Maine or Vermont or different things like that, for that to be the case. So, yeah, it just is the nature of the nature of the beast kind of a thing. Again, you can still have someone come and get your trash for a pretty nominal fee. So, but yeah, it's neither here nor there. But yeah, when you go to the dump, everything is sorted for that. You just dump your stuff in different areas for that particular reason. Also, we have somebody here during the summer who brings our who does grab our stuff while we're here, and then we separate out our recycling. So
no, that must be different. I mean, I understand. Like, Buzz, stop trying to get attention from people.
Buzz.
Anyway,
it's okay. It's okay, buddy. We love you. We love.
I don't know what he wants. I'm in bed. He wants me to get up and go downstairs. And I'm not. He needs to be an independent grown-up dog and go downstairs by himself if he wants to.
You know what's funny, Erica, is that we've got a couple of Trump supporters in the chat who are chirping away, and they have their invites turned off, so they're afraid to come up, and they're not requesting up. It's just it really is hilarious. Like I think it's so funny that they're so fucking confident down in the chat, and they're
Is
so
one
so
of
afraid
them
to come and talk to me.
is one of them the globe
Yeah,
person?
that globe person, and then
That
the
person
pine birds
keeps
person.
turning up in comment sections and just criticizing,
Oh,
but never requesting up. And I just want to say, what kind of BAP? I'll let you work out. BAP. What kind of BAP are you that you want to just sit in the comment section and quit? You talk about whining. You're in every live I go into, sitting in the comment section whining. Stop being a BAP, okay? By which I do not mean a bread roll. Stop being a BAP. I don't know, go get a job, maybe. Because I'm telling you what, if you think that being a host on TikTok or being on TikTok doesn't make you money, sitting in the fucking comment section definitely doesn't.
stop being a bad American person.
Now, what's your
Yeah.
hatred for Trump? I'm just curious.
Excuse me. Don't talk until I talk to you. You just stay there. Thank you. Anyways, hey Nemo, how's it going, friend?
What's up?
I saw you on Manda's for a little
American
bit.
history.
You were dealing with a couple of. You got the soundboard.
Sorry, I just love that sound.
I know, it's fucking awesome. I saw you on Manda's for. I wanted to come up when Eric was there, goddamn, it was so it's so funny. He's like, oh, Matt, blah blah blah. He's like, he made a blah, blah. I'm like, he seems to forget that he made this bet with me. By the way, when Erika was up, that he was gonna find like some evidence about John Podesta's laptop, and he kept saying John Podesta's laptop. I'm gonna tell you all about John Podesta's laptop and blah 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 and et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, okay. I was like, cool. I was like, and when will you give us this information? He's like, by Friday. I'll give it to you by Friday, Matt. I'll give it to you by Friday. And I was like, okay. Or no, it was like by Monday or what? I don't know, whatever. It was Erika and I were up. And then, of course, and I was like, what are we betting? And he's like, $1,000. And I was like, okay, fine. And as soon as he dropped down from the live, I blocked him so that he couldn't hear what I was saying. And I told everybody here, it was like 1,000 people, and I was like, just so you guys know, he's going to lose this bet because he was talking about Anthony Weiner, and he made the bet about John Podesta. And I absolutely just did that entirely on purpose, knowing that he will never find anything about John Podesta. By the way, the thing that he was saying about Anthony Weiner was also untrue, and he would never find that information either. But I was 100% sure that he went Anthony Weiner and he was talking about John Podesta, and he made the bet about John Podesta and said it like 6 times over and over. And then he got mad at me when I called him out on it, and I was like, you lost the bet because you were talking about John Podesta, not Anthony Weiner. He's like, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. That's not blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, you still didn't come with the evidence either way, so you still lost the bet. It's just fucking hilarious. Do you remember that, Erika? That was really funny.
I do. You're making Eric sound very much like Eric Cartman, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's kind of halfway. Anyways, Stallion. Okay, you can unmute yourself now. Remind everybody how old you are and what state you're in, please.
I'm 25, California.
Awesome. Why are you still supporting Donald Trump as of July 2026?
I just think that
Before you answer this question, the answer that I am looking for from you is not, I think he's the best president, or I think he's doing a good job, or I am looking specifically to know, what is it that he is actually doing that you support? I want specifics. So if you can't give me specific things, you should just leave. So
I think he's doing well with immigration and then trying to keep the country safe, as it should be.
Fantastic. Well, number one, he's absolutely doing a terrible job with keeping the country safe because every security expert agrees that starting a war with Iran has made us markedly less safe.
Was Iran in the streets of the USA, or is illegal Mexicans, Venezuelans, yada 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 in our streets?
Well, number one,
Do tell.
it has nothing to do with what you're saying, and I know that you're not the brightest knife in the box, so I'm gonna help you out. I'll explain this
Look,
in
I
a
appreciate
way.
if you don't
I'm
disrespect
so
me.
sorry. If you would shut the fuck up while I'm talking, that would be a start. So don't interrupt me again, and then we'll be able to have a conversation. Okay? Good job. Anyways, so what I'm trying to explain to you is that starting a war in Iran opens us up to a number of different things, terrorist attacks and all these other different things. That's what makes us a lot less safe because of that. Then what you're talking about, you're like, oh, well, the illegals in the streets, blah, blah, blah. You mean the people that just commit almost like no crime in our country? Yeah, he's not protecting us from those people. Molly Tibbetts? Who's Molly Tibbetts?
I have no idea.
Exactly, because Molly Tibbetts was a person who was unalive during the Trump administration. So why didn't Donald Trump keep us safe from the person who unalived Molly Tibbetts? Oh, that's right. It's because he couldn't, and because Joe Biden couldn't keep us safe from the person who unalived Laken Riley either. It's because those things are going to happen no matter what, because there's no way to keep every single person out of the United States. But keeping their rate at, I don't know, the 2024 number, which was shut the fuck up while I'm talking. I don't know what's hard about that for you to understand, you dumb bitch. Anyways, what I was saying is that 29 people were unalived in 2024 by undocumented people. So that number is so fucking small, it's almost unmeasurable. And so because it was unmeasurable, I really don't give a fuck about it. So now that we've established that I don't give a fuck about a number that was basically unmeasurable when you talk about 17 million people being in the country, I would much prefer to talk about the fact that he's made us less safe as Americans because of what he's doing in Iran. So if you want to talk about keeping us safe, you have no ground to stand on, because what he is doing is making us less safe around the world. And guys, if you're trying to call in, you're going to have to wait until we don't have a guest on TikTok, please. So, do you understand, or should I say it's slower?
I mean, this man is trying to keep these people from, building nukes, and you're talking about them potentially having a terrorist attack? Get the fuck out of here. We haven't had a terrorist
except
attack
for the
since
fact
Bush.
that you've already been proven wrong.
We haven't
because
had
of the
a
fact,
terrorist attack
except for the
since
fact
Bush.
that, except for the fact that you've already been
Why are
proven,
you allowed to talk
except
over
for the
me while
fact
I'm
that, shut the fuck up. I'll do whatever the
But
fuck
you're
I
talking-
want, because my name is right up above here. So if you don't like it, you can just fucking leave. How about
But you-
that? If you don't like it, you can just fucking leave. How about that? So anyways, the thing is, you've already been proven fucking wrong, because
We'll
the
never have
director
a
of
terrorist
national
attack with this
intelligence.
president. It's
Really?
100%.
You want to bet?
We'll never have.
You want to bet?
There will never be another.
You want to bet? You
There
just
will-
say there will never be another terrorist attack?
$500 a bet right now.
You just said
There
there'll
will
never
never
be
be another
another
one.
terrorist attack?
Never. When's the last terrorist attack we had? I'll wait.
Just when I thought
wait.
just when I thought that she couldn't say anything stupider than she already has in the past,
When's the
she
last-
says something like that.
Exactly.
Now then, first
We
off,
have-
hold on, kiddo. Time out. Number one, we have to address the first thing you talked about, which is the first thing that you talked about is them having a nuclear weapon. Okay? And that, okay. I'm going to have to turn the phone line off then if you guys don't understand that we can't have people calling while we have a TikTok guest. Okay? So I'll turn it back on in a minute. So, if you don't understand this, our director of national intelligence already said that they weren't building a nuclear weapon. So did the director of counterterrorism, right? So you're just wrong, and the two people that know far, far more about it than you do have already said that you're wrong. So you're going to have to admit that you were wrong, because they said that Iran wasn't building a nuclear weapon. Do you understand that, or should I explain it to you slower
We've
so
been
that you
hearing
can
they
understand
have
it?
been building a new.
I said the director of national intelligence proved you wrong on March 18th, 2026. Would you like me to read her
believe
statement
everything-
would you like me to read her statement to the Senate Intelligence Committee that she is submitted under penalty of perjury?
Go ahead and read it.
Excuse
Go
me?
ahead and read it. Go
What?
ahead and read it.
Okay, then that means you're going to have to shut the fuck up for a
Go
minute.
ahead and read it.
I said that means you're going
You
to
have
to
got
shut
to let
the
me
fuck.
talk.
Because I don't give a
You have
fuck
got
about
to let
because I don't give a fuck
interrupt
about what
me.
you have to say.
Mm.
I don't know if you've noticed this
Get
or not, but
that-
I don't give a fuck about what you have to say. So now
You fucking-
stay on mute.
Get the fuck out of
Stay on mute, and I'll
Nigger.
read it to you. Oh, there it is.
here, Nick.
That's it. By the way, guys, we do love the TikTok shop so much, and we love People's History of the United States, because A People's History of the United States is absolutely one of our all-time favorite books, and you can buy this in the showcase on TikTok shop. Okay? It's absolutely delightful. It's absolutely wonderful. And by the way, once that guest said that, we dropped her immediately.
Can I tell you something weird about Stallion?
Something more weird than who she already is.
Yeah, she tries to hit on me, like, often, even though she's married. Tries to hit on me often. I also want to point out the last terrorist attack on US soil perpetrated by a foreign national was October 31st, 2017. Who was president on October 1st, 2017? Anyone?
That must have been Joe
Oh, my.
Biden. Oh, wait. No, hold on. I'll get it. Hold on. It was Obama?
Hillary.
It was Hillary. It was Hillary.
She's talking
Yeah.
about Benghazi.
It was an Uzbek national who plowed a car into a bunch of people. So
Yeah. Okay, this person has been calling in a bunch of times. Let's see what the fuck they have to say. Hello, caller. Are you a Trump supporter? Hello, caller. Are you a Trump supporter? There you go. That's all. They called in literally 20 times just so that they could say that. Guys, that's MAGA. There you go. That's our first two people that we've talked to tonight. They've slurred. So there you go.
I mean, you call in 20 times just to say that. At least have some bass in your voice. If you're gonna try and, I don't know, act cool or whatever the fuck. It sounds like your balls haven't dropped yet, dude.
You guys are gay. I don't like you. Okay, bud.
I know it's bad when I have a deeper voice than the caller, you know?
You have a. I want to point out it is a rich voice, Erika. A rich voice.
I do. I mean, I don't have bass in my voice, but I've definitely got some K clef going on. You know,
Absolutely. You got some tenor. You got some tenor clef in there.
I've got some tenor going on. Not
That
T-E-N,
kid,
not T-E-N-A. Yeah.
that caller had some falsetto going on in his voice, or alto going on. David Hernandez in the chat definitely nailed it. That kid definitely sounded like Bobby Hill. That's my purse. I don't know you.
Oh boy.
Fish taco guy. What part do you want me to tell Matt about Liam last night? Because I mean, it was just a saga of Liam. So
Wait, before you tell me about Liam, let me say thank you real quick to Wesley on the tube. It says, who said, I hear it too. It's annoying like a mosquito buzzing around my ear. Sounds like a whiny teenager who just got grounded. Much love, Matt and Erika. Oh, yeah, that's right. We had that other guy who was just trolling. I forgot about that. Wesley also said, hot feet and your dogs are barking. Erika needs a podiatrist. Heyo. And then lastly, thank you to Starch. Fox News fucked us up. I don't think we will ever get that 30% of the people to see the light. Fuck them. You know, you might be right about that. I hate to say it.
I just want to say I'm not paying anybody to touch my feet when there would definitely be someone who would pay me to touch my feet. Without a shadow of a doubt, even with my little piggy toes.
Amazing.
okay. I think I know what fish taco guy. Okay, gotcha. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, real quick. I just wanted to say one thing. Stallion, is back in the request stallion. You slurred and you said the N-word. I'm not bringing you back up, and I just want to make this as clear. I just want to make this as clear as possible. You're fucking stupid. You're terrible at this. Everybody hates you. Go the fuck away. Anyways, please regale us, Nemo, since we have well over 700 people here between the platforms, and we have no Trump supporters who have the balls to come up and talk because they know that they're all fucked.
Yeah. Also, not to challenge you, Erika. Not to
Oh no.
not to try and one up you or anything. I'm pretty sure Stallion has some type of religious experience when she talks to me, because she gets quiet, she starts stuttering. It's like in like animes where one of the main characters is obviously really, really into the main character, and it's just like that over exaggerated it's that like she does that. It's really weird.
Is that what you get? I get the whole like Joey from Friends, like, how you doing?
Oh shit.
That's what I get every time. And I'm gonna be honest, she possibly has a lower pitched voice than Joey from Friends, so I don't know.
True.
Hang on, real quick.
Okay.
Let's just see. Ferris wheel, hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes. Well, for the most part. I mean, I'm critical of the administration in certain ways as of right now, but in general, I supported him, and I continue to support him, at least moderately.
How old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 27. I'm in Idaho.
What is it exactly that Donald Trump is doing right now that you support?
Well, the reason I support him mostly is because he at least protects my Second Amendment rights, and he does have certain promises that he made. I don't know if he's going to. We'll see if he's going to fulfill those promises. I mean, he has been successful on the deregulation side over the past year, but in terms of the Second Amendment. But
can I ask you a question?
Hold on. Let me just finish.
No. Were you on with Pickles?
He promised national concealed carry reciprocity.
Hi. Were you on with Pickles like about an hour ago? Making this
I just got off of Pickles. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you were making this exact same argument. Yeah, got you.
Yeah.
Hey, Nemo. You're a proponent of the Second Amendment.
Yep, big time.
Yeah. Do you agree with his assessment?
As far as Donald Trump protecting the Second Amendment, no. Donald Trump has said some shit that's openly hostile to the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
As far as deregulation for things related to the Second Amendment, one, I'm not aware of any changes that the ATF has made related to it, which that would be at the express direction of Donald Trump. So that would be the only thing that you could really credit him with. If you're talking about like the tax stamp thing related to suppressors, I mean, okay, like I'm not going to credit Trump with that. If you want to say that the Republicans did that, all right, whatever. I feel like suppressors, it's one of those things. I know that people that aren't familiar with pew-pews, they might think that a suppressor is like the same thing is like a silencer in a movie, and it's not. Silencers in movies aren't real. That capability is not possible. Suppressor really is just kind of like a quality of life thing, because firearms are really fucking loud, and it's a great way to lose hearing over time. So a suppressor helps with that. And it still very much sounds like a firearm going off, and it still is very easy to hear even with a suppressor. So that's me as a 2A advocate. That is me telling y'all, whenever you see stuff that talks about suppressors, it's not like James Bond silencer turns it into pew. Like that's not real. So the tax stamp thing with that, okay, fine, cool. I'm not going to credit Trump with that though. As far as Donald Trump is concerned, with his comments about the Second Amendment, yeah, no, he's been openly hostile.
No, not at all. Not in comparison.
We can't walk in with guns. What about the Second Amendment? You can't walk in with guns. We can't do that. But it's a very unfortunate incident. What about the Second Amendment, sir? But we'll work something out.
Are you playing the Alex Preddy commentary video? Okay. So
Take the guns first.
They made some
Go through due
foolish
process
comments. Yeah, I agree that they made some foolish comments in the aftermath of that incident. I think they were getting spooked by all this opposition they were facing over the ICE situation with Renee Good, and then the one that happened just after that with Alex Preddy. And they didn't really know where to go with that, so they kind of just got defensive.
You say they. Those were Trump's
No,
words.
the FBI as well. Kash Patel made some very ridiculous comments that were incompetent in my view.
I mean, that's definitely on par for Kash Patel. But my point is that if you say that you support Trump because of his protection of the Second Amendment,
it is because I'm not going to have Democrats. Democrats, if they were in, they would be trying to ban AR-15s, and they'd be trying to ban all kinds of semi-automatic rifles owned by millions of people. They would be, who knows what else? They'd be implementing all kinds of new taxes potentially on ammunition and sales over the internet and whatever else. I mean, it's gross what the Democrats want to do in terms of their gun control aspirations.
I mean,
whereas this administration doesn't do that. They actually
you're painting with a broad brush, and I just played. You say this administration. I played the words of this administration. The man himself saying that you can't carry a firearm at a protest that you legally have the right to per state law, because again, Preddy had to jump through additional hoops in the state of Minnesota because, to your point, that Minnesota is a blue state and they do requirements, like additional requirements when it comes to concealed carry. I live in Georgia. We have constitutional carry. The only requirement that I have to adhere to is that I am an adult. That's it. And I'm allowed to conceal carry. But the point is, what?
Well, I'm saying that the comments that they make are irresponsible at times, and I agree they're misleading. That being said, in terms of their actions, there actually has been substantial deregulation on the Second Amendment front in this administration. Okay,
can you give me examples outside of the suppressors?
Yes. The weaponization of the ATF, for instance, under the Biden administration against lawful federal firearms licensees is now going away. We have new leadership under the ATF. We have much faster approval times. We have deregulation in terms of business practices related to federal firearms licensees. There's all kinds of restrictions. You can take a look at dozens of rules that they've overturned that were in effect or are about to be overturned.
Like what?
Okay. Pending a comment period.
Like what?
Stupid engraving requirements for SBRs. Okay, for instance, where people were forced to have their receivers engraved with new markings of the new maker of the SBR. That is going away.
Wait, hold on. How do you, can you engraving requirements for the SBR?
Yeah.
So prove that.
What do you mean prove it? This is just easy. You can easily look this up.
I already did, and those requirements are still in place.
They're in place as of right now until
I know.
So
prove that they're going away. It's been a year and a half that he's been president. Prove that they're going away.
It's pending rule changes right now. There's a comments.
Oh, great.
Section
so it's not actually.
it's
not actually going away. You're just saying that you think that it might be going away.
It's not. Might be going away.
Prove that it's going. Then prove it.
I'm going to provide an answer to you.
Good. Then provide. Okay? No, I don't want an answer. I want the source. Just give me a source that
Federal
would prove
Registry. It's pending a comments period.
I am asking you to show me a source that would prove what you're saying.
Okay, sure. I can provide you with a source.
Thank you. That's all. I mean, I'm just asking for you to provide something to back up what you're saying. It should be real simple. I don't understand why that's a problem. Also, I'm super curious how you feel about the fact that the NRA isn't supporting the Trump administration anymore.
I don't care about the NRA. They're
Oh,
traitorous.
so you think that the United States government should be able to say that an entire group of people don't get to own guns anymore just because an administration doesn't like them? You think that that's okay?
You're talking about the trans thing?
I'm asking you, do you think that the administration, any administration in the United States, whether it be Democrat, Republican, Independent, doesn't matter, do you think that they should just be able to unilaterally say, oh, this group of people doesn't get to own firearms even if they're of legal age, not felons, have met all the requirements to own a firearm, and it's just because the administration doesn't like them? Do you think that it's okay for them to take away their Second Amendment rights?
People have been...
I'm asking you. No, I didn't ask. I said, is it okay for them to take away their Second Amendment rights? It's just a yes or a no. It's yes or no. Yes. So you agree with infringing on Second Amendment rights just because a president doesn't like somebody?
Again, it's not because...
Goddamn, dude, you are a fucking hypocrite. You are the biggest fucking hypocrite I've had on here in a fucking long time. Goddamn, dude. You're a piece of shit. Do you know that you're a piece of shit?
Second Amendment rights.
Because they're not in the Constitution. They don't get...
don't have Second Amendment.
Because they're not United States citizens, you fucking moron.
Really? Because there's a lot of other...
They're not United States citizens, you fucking idiot. They're not United States... Shut the fuck up while I'm talking. Because shut the fuck up while I'm talking. They're not United States citizens. Trans people are United States citizens who are legally, under the Second Amendment, allowed to own a firearm just like you, just like Nemo, and just like me. They're not undocumented people. They're not people from other places. They're not felons. There's nothing stopping them from owning a firearm other than the Trump administration going, we don't like them.
Okay, illegal aliens have many rights under the Constitution.
I know that they have rights under the Constitution. Shut the fuck up and don't say this again. I've already explained it. They do not have a Second Amendment right. They don't get that right. There are certain rights under our Constitution that undocumented people do not have. A Second Amendment right is not one of them. You know another right that they don't have? They can't run for federal office or state office. They can't do that. You know what else they can't do? They can't vote in federal elections. There are definitely things in the Constitution that are excluded for people who are non-citizens. So is the Second Amendment. We know this. We are not talking about non-citizens. Trans people are citizens, and you are a fucking hypocrite because you think that they are comparable to non-citizens when they are citizens of the United States of America, and that's why the NRA has decided that they shouldn't support the Trump administration on this anymore.
The NRA, which is the same organization which has been effectively embezzling money under Wayne Law.
I don't fucking care about any of those things. I am pointing out your abject hypocrisy because what you've done now is you think that the Trump administration, you want to project that the Trump administration is doing something great for the Second Amendment when they are literally trying to stop an entire group of people who are legally allowed to have a firearm from owning a firearm for no reason. Give me one reason why they shouldn't be allowed to own a firearm.
People who are adjudicated as
give me one. They're not mentally defective. Great. Then show me in the DSM. Show me in the DSM-5 where they are. Shut the fuck up and show me in the DSM-5 where they're mentally because what you're saying is fucking wrong. Show me in the DSM-5 where they're mentally defective. You piece of shit.
Okay.
You're just a bigot. So why don't you show me in the DSM-5, you piece of shit, where they're wrong?
Oh my gosh. You're crazy, bro.
Oh, really? I'm the crazy one? Because I just called an entire group of people mentally defective, even though they're not, and I can prove that they're not, and you can't. Anyways, I'm still waiting for your fucking source to show that they're mentally defective. Go. I'm waiting for you to show me that they're mentally... No, I don't want you to come off mute. Nope, show me that they're mentally defective. Shut the fuck up and don't come off mute until you can show me that they're mentally defective. Go. Right. Yep, go.
You're not...
Shut the fuck up. You just made a claim that an entire group of people are mentally defective. Now I want you to prove it. Don't come off mute until you have a source.
Are you gonna let me fucking?
No, I'm not. I want you to prove the thing that you just claimed.
Stop fucking.
Shut the fuck up and don't come off mute until you have a source for what I just said. Nope.
I understand the trans people are your favorite.
Shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck about what you have to say. Give me a source for the thing that you just claimed, you piece of shit.
School shooting.
Give me a source. Give me a source.
Look at the one.
I want a source.
Bro,
I want a source. I know, right? You're fucking shut the fuck. That shut you right the fuck up, didn't it? Give me a fucking source.
what source do you want?
I want a source that would show that trans people are quote unquote mentally defective, like you just said. And by the way, having people who are quote unquote mentally defective, even if that were the case, which it's not, is still not a means to stop someone from owning a firearm.
False.
Really? Cool. Prove
ATF
that.
Form 4473 actually disqualifies people who have been adjudicated as a mental defective from owning firearms. Okay? So you're just completely wrong.
So what
you
I
don't know
want,
what the fuck you're talking about.
fantastic, then prove it to me.
What do you mean?
I want you to prove that they are mentally defective and give me a fucking source.
In the form of.
I want you to give me a source that trans people are mentally defective.
Any reasonable person.
I want you to give me a source. Any reasonable person would give me a fucking source. I'm done having this conversation with you until you can provide a source for the claim that you've made. And since you can't, we all know that you're fucking wrong and you just said something that you can't fucking back up. Good, if you can back it up, then give me a fucking source.
And I don't need a source for this.
There you go, because you don't have one and you know that you're fucking wrong. Cooked.
It's just reasonable. It's just any reasonable person would agree with me.
Guys, it's just common sense. It's just reasonable. Yes, Erika.
Yeah, if I can just point out, I just looked up the stats. 0.5% of school shootings in the United States have been at the hands of someone who the authorities have said are trans. That means they're underrepresented as a community. However, you want to know what community is overrepresented, Matt?
What's that, Erika?
White males.
Oh, well then obviously white males are mentally defective and we should take guns away from them.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Because because that's reasonable. That would be common sense. Because if we're doing the common sense thing, what we would do is we would take the people that are committing the most mass shootings and we would say those people are mentally defective and we would take guns away from them. Wouldn't you agree?
Mask off. Nice. Good job. I appreciate it. When you guys reveal your hatred of white people,
it has nothing to do with white people. It has to do with the people who are committing the most mass shootings. And so what I'm doing is I'm pointing out to you the abject hypocrisy of your statement. And I'm so sorry that when somebody holds a mirror up to you and points out to you your logical inconsistency, you can't handle it because you're so fucking stupid.
By the way, I don't hate white people. I like pretty nearly most people that I know are white people. I don't.
They're the good whites, right? The good liberal ones, right?
No, I'm also a white person.
What?
And I know. Imagine that. And I don't hate myself. What I can do though is I can look at objective statistics about who commits what kinds of crime. And what I can say is, even though I'm a white person, and even though I'm in that group, white people, specifically cis white men, are overrepresented in this kind of crime. And what you're doing right now is you're saying that because a small number of recent things have been attributed to trans people, that you're okay with that group of people having their gun rights taken away. And by the way, if you advocate for any entire group of people having their gun rights taken away for no good reason, then you are not in fact pro 2A. You are pro you having a gun, and you are pro you being able to do whatever you want to do and fuck everybody else. You're pro you.
Correct. I want political power. Yes. Yeah. Correct. Yeah. You got me there.
The sad thing about that is because you're a white man, your group already has all the political power.
As
You
we're being
already
replaced
have
in our
it.
own countries. Okay, yeah.
You
We have a lot
already
of
have
Oh,
it.
there it is. There it is.
Wait, we're being replaced with heirs?
Of course, yeah.
How many presidents have been white men?
Wow, that's an argument against demographic replacement, right?
I mean, you're saying that it's happening, and I'm asking a simple question.
Are you really this dumb, or are you just LARPing right now? What are you doing? Do you know?
Well, I'm trying to keep up with you. So if it sounds like I'm dumb, perhaps that is you. I don't know.
Well, the country was what 90% white in 1960, and now it's
90% white in 1960. That sounds off. I'm not sure about that.
Like 87% white. Okay,
87.
Now it's like 57% white. Yeah, in 1960.
In 1960.
Yeah. There's been a massive demographic
in 1960. You are saying that America was 87% white. That just sounds wrong.
At the very least. Why don't you look it up?
Okay.
Oh, hang on. I just looked it up.
Yeah.
Guess what? Right, okay. I don't know why. Can you mute when you're not talking? I don't need to hear your furious typing. It's just weird. So in 1960, 88.6% were classed as white. However, Hispanic people weren't a separate group in terms of recording for demographics. So whereas now Hispanic people would be recorded as a separate group of people, they weren't in 1960.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Erika. God damn it.
And Hispanic people at the time were a tiny minority of the population, so it wouldn't have actually changed the number.
How would you know that? Because they weren't separated out.
According to the estimates, it would have been around 85%. And also, we have the Eisenhower.
Hold on, what estimate?
Hold on, I'm giving you an example. The Eisenhower administration.
What estimate are you talking about? Because that's not what I'm seeing here.
The Eisenhower administration just
estimate are you seeing?
Are you gonna let me fucking talk, dude?
No, I asked because I asked you a question. What estimate are you reading that from?
Again, what are you talking?
You just said it based on estimates. It was 3.5%. And I just asked you a simple question. What is that based on? Where are you getting that number from?
He's getting it from an AI overview.
Cool. That's not a source. That's why I wanted to know where you're getting it from. See, when you say things that are disingenuous, like America was that percentage of white, and then you don't include the fact that that included the Hispanic population, it's really easy to see why we don't believe anything that you're saying now. So, why don't you actually get the real number and give us a real source?
The sources say...
hi, I'm talking. Also, Matthew.
Yes.
Would you not say that if Hispanic people were included as white in 1960, then he really shouldn't worry about being replaced by them, because in 1960 they were classed as white.
Yeah. Also, Middle Eastern people are classed as white. So you still to this day. So you don't care, right, about them coming here because they're considered white, right?
Right. Are those the people with white privilege, the guys who are hopping over the border?
I'm sorry. I asked you a question. I said you don't care. I'm sorry. I asked you a question. I said Middle Eastern people, because what you're doing is you're saying racist shit, and so I asked you a question. Look, I said Middle Eastern people are considered white, so you don't care that a bunch of Middle Eastern people are coming here, right?
Give me a break, dude. Okay?
Oh, so now he does care who's considered white. Oh, okay.
Know who the white people are. It's the people with white privilege, the people who are white passing. Okay, let's just be honest. Okay.
So if someone who is Middle Eastern is white passing, you don't care. So if somebody is Middle Eastern but they're white passing, you don't care. But if their skin is slightly more brown, you do care. So when I get tan, you are worried about me. But when I'm not tan, so like in the wintertime, you're not worried about me. But in the summertime, you are worried about me.
The Democrats would support mass deportation.
I asked you a question. I wasn't asking about the Democrats, and it's really fucking weird how you pivot away and you can't answer a fucking question for yourself because you're a little beta bitch boy and you can't answer a fucking question, right? I asked you a question and you can't answer it. It's based on your own fucking logic.
Not dictating this, okay? You're not going to.
I literally am because it's our live and I'll do whatever the fuck I want. And if you don't like it and you can't answer questions because you're too afraid to answer the questions because you know that if you answer the questions, you'll get caught in logical inconsistencies. Don't answer the questions and run the fuck away. Now answer the fucking question. The question is, do you agree that Middle Eastern people are white as classified by the United States government? Yes or no?
No, I don't agree with that.
Well, then guess what? You're going to have to deal with it because they're part of the white population in America. Guess you're fucked there, aren't you, buddy?
Well, then that means the replacement is even.
No one fucking cares, you racist piece of shit. Get bent.
Yeah.
He didn't run. I kicked him because that conversation was nothing but him wanting to spout white replacement theory. He is a racist, and that's all that was. He didn't want to talk about the Second Amendment, really. He just wanted to get to white replacement theory. And the minute that we pressed him on the logical inconsistency of not allowing trans people to own guns for absolutely no fucking reason, he immediately went to white people and white replacement theory.
Homeboy was definitely A-okay with the Mulford Act. Just saying.
Oh, 100%. Dev, hello, are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah, I'm a Trump supporter.
How old are you and what state are you in?
Yeah, 29, state, Arizona.
Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
Mainly his viewpoint on the Second Amendment and his viewpoint on lowering taxes for business owners, and as well as his viewpoint on women in men's bathroom and men in women's sports.
So his view on the Second Amendment being okay. Hello. I'm gonna be nice. Gonna be nice. Little person gotta do little person stuff. I'm gonna be nice.
What's the problem?
Nothing.
Also, I posted a link about trans people.
Yeah, I read it. You didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No. Okay, what did it say?
It was speaking about
Give me the
trans people and their
gist.
mental health.
Right. And did it say that being trans was a mental health issue?
Yes.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it
Also,
did.
What it said was there's a higher prevalence of other mental health issues within the trans community. It did not, in fact, say that being trans was a mental health issue. So you didn't read it.
So if there's a higher chance of mental health issues within the trans community, wouldn't that kind of associate that they have mental health issues?
Sorry, again. The point that the guy before was trying to make was that being trans is a mental health issue.
Well, that's just a matter of opinion.
What the study... Well, no, it's not a matter of opinion. You see,
what he said was a matter of opinion.
No, he said that was a fact.
Well, that's his opinion, unless he had the sources to prove it. I proved it by showing the source.
You didn't prove that being trans was a mental health issue.
Hang on 1 second. I want to let Erika continue this, but one thing. Don't post links in the chat because TikTok doesn't like that and it suppresses the live. So if you have things that you want us to look at, that's fine. But what you need to do is you need to tell us what they are so that we can look at them. So what I'd like you to do right now is tell us all what this is, what the study is, and that you would like us to look at so that we can look at it.
Yeah, the study's about mental health issues.
No, I want to
within
know
trans
the
community.
name. No. I don't want to know what it's about. I want to know the exact name of it and where we can find it. The exact name and where we can find it.
Just memorize like the first, I don't know, 5 words.
National Library of Medicine.org.
And what's the name of the study?
It's called something along the lines of diagnosing mental health issues.
Mental health diagnosis among trans community.
And then there's a colon something else. But
Okay.
I'm
Sorry, Erika, I didn't mean
telling
to
you,
interrupt you.
no, that's okay. I'm telling you now what it says is that there's a higher prevalence in trans people for other mental health issues. It at no point says that being trans itself is a mental health issue. It also talks about the impact of societal pressure on trans people that
I wonder
causes them to because of shit stains like you. That's
I'm
why.
not a shit stain. I'm a human being.
But it doesn't mean you can't be a shit stain.
Well, I'm not over here saying I'm a woman when I'm a man.
No, hang on. You're not saying what?
I'm not saying I'm a woman when I was born a man.
Nobody's born a man, buddy.
I'm born a man.
You literally
hang on. What? You came out of your mother's.
Oh, you want to be specific? Okay,
I was born a boy. Why would I not want you to be specific?
Okay.
Nobody comes out of their mum's magic portal, a whole ass grown man.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to be specific, I was born a little boy.
No, you were born a male.
I was born a little boy.
You were not. Your birth certificate
with male genitalia.
Your birth certificate does not say boy. Your birth certificate says male.
Correct, but I would be referred to as a boy by.
Yeah, and I just want to be super clear because this study doesn't prove anything that you're saying, because the results of the study say that approximately 58% of transgender patients had at least one DSM-5 diagnosis, and the transgender patients had increased prevalence for all psychiatric diagnoses queried, with major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder being the most common diagnoses. Oh, wow. There was also increased lifetime prevalence of bipolar disorder. Geez, that's crazy. So what they're saying is that these people who are being treated horribly have depression and anxiety. That's fucking crazy. I
guess you wouldn't want them to own a gun, now would you?
Whoever would have known that the people that we treat really, really terribly are being that. And guess what? It
you treat
only
them terribly
said,
too?
excuse me, I'm still talking. Now
You
then,
said we.
excuse me. We as a society, we treat them terribly. We as a society, it's the royal we. I'm so sorry that you don't understand how words work. I'll try to explain it to you later. I don't have time to explain how the English language and grammar works. I'm sorry that you're stupid and you didn't get a good education. Anyways, we as a society, I'll specify since you're dumb, treat them horribly and have for a very long time. And since we don't do a better job of getting them mental health and take care of them better, and we should, 58% of them have certain issues. Now, that doesn't mean that all of them do. If all of them did, maybe you'd have a point. Maybe you would, but they don't. And only in this study, 58% of them did. So what you're doing is you're trying to say just because 58% of people have some sort of a diagnosis, such as depression or anxiety, that they shouldn't be able to own a firearm, which, number one, no, abso-fucking-lutely not. And number two, that's not all trans people. So what you've now done is you've proven to us that there is a large segment of trans people, at least based on this study that you're showing as a source, that have no mental health issues. So now what you've done is you've absolutely proven to us that there is a large group of trans people that have no mental health issues. So thank you for proving our point. We really appreciate it. This is an excellent study to show.
Matt, I was thinking about something and I just wondered, so I just went and looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was wondering what percentage of the US military has depression or anxiety. And so I went and these are the people, by the way, that you give guns to and you like literally supply, the government supplies these people with guns. So I looked it up and combined for those two diagnoses, 45%. 45% of the US military suffer from either depression and or anxiety. So you're actually giving those people guns. 45% of them.
Wow. So, Dev, should we ban all veterans from owning firearms?
Veterans fought for their right to own a firearm.
I didn't ask that question. What I said was, should we ban them from owning a firearm based on the diagnoses that Erika just said? Okay, great. So then we shouldn't ban trans people from owning firearms either because
Trans
they have
people
the
are
exact...
different.
No, they're not. Not in any way,
not
manner, shape,
human.
or form. What's that?
They're not human. They're not human. They're fucked up in the head.
You know what? Is that a daughter or a son that you've got there? Because I have a daughter.
It's none of your concern.
No, it is. It is. Is that a daughter or a son? Because I have a daughter. I have a 10-year-old daughter. Is that you have a son or a daughter?
None of your concern. This debate.
No, it absolutely is because I can hear them in the background. So since you've got them hearing, we can hear them on the live. It absolutely is our fucking concern since you're on the live and we can hear your fucking kid in the background. Do you have a son or a daughter?
I have a child.
Yeah.
So I can tell you, Matt, it's a daughter.
Yeah.
Because he's getting cagey.
Yeah.
So it's a daughter.
It's actually my son.
If
you want to get
there, it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
There
you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I just wanna point this out to you real quick, like father to father. Number one, your son is gonna grow up and he's gonna be fucked up in the head. Because the things that you're teaching,
You're fucked up.
Shut the fuck up. I didn't ask you
Fuck
for
you.
your. Yeah, all right, fine. I'll just drop you and I'm going to say this. The things that you're teaching your son and the things that your son is hearing you say is going to fuck him up. You think that it's not, but it is going to. Okay? This is going to fuck your kid up. And having this attitude towards people and saying that trans people aren't human is fucked up. Saying that any group of people isn't is fucked up.
I'm still convinced that it's a daughter. I guarantee he was lying.
Probably. And if it is, either way, it is going to fuck up your kid. You need to understand that the things that you say around your child, they hear, they listen to. And when you say things like, this group of people aren't human, they understand that. And here's the thing that's going to happen, okay? Your kid's going to grow up. And your kid is going to one day understand that the things that you're saying are hateful and they are wrong. And then when that happens and when your kid is old enough to understand those things, they're going to stop talking to you. They're going to stop talking to you and they're going to understand that you're a piece of shit and they don't want to have anything else to do with you. And if you think that me saying you're like, no, that'll never happen. My kid will never do that. It'll never be like that. Fucking watch it happen. Watch it fucking happen because the hate that you have for a group of people will abso-fucking-lutely be understood by your child. It absolutely fucking will.
There is, of course, one other scenario, which is that bigotry gets so ingrained in his kid that he seriously hurts or unalives a trans person.
Well, yeah.
And then the thing is, Dev would probably be proud of that. but the law is still the law, and your kid ends up in prison. So, you know, I don't know, fuck your feelings, I guess. I just looked up another statistic because someone in the comments asked me to, Matt.
Yeah.
Regarding law enforcement, another group of people that the government arms with pew-pews, and what percentage of law enforcement have depression and or anxiety? 40% of law enforcement have depression, and 35% regularly experience panic attacks.
Well, I'm glad that we're giving those people a badge and a gun. That's really reassuring.
You know, but
you reminded me because you brought up law enforcement. I have this in my repost because yeah, would be law enforcement right here. Just listen closely.
Okay.
We got ourselves a little audio recording.
Single female in your bloodline is nothing but a disgusting fat. And all of you should have your throat cut. Yeah, you should.
That audio you just heard is this piece of shit, David Brulette.
So that was ICE agent David Roulette talking to his ex-wife's voicemail, I guess, and saying that he wanted to open up her throat with a sharp thing. And the first part, because he's, if you ever see a picture of David Roulette, he's he looks like a chud. He is very much like his facial hair sucks. He's got like the thumb look going on, just human thumb, everything, right? So David Brulette, he doesn't speak clearly because, you know, chuds are just like that shit. So the first thing that he said in that recording was, every single female in your bloodline is nothing but a disgusting, fat something. All of you should have your throats. Law enforcement.
JP, you tried to join. I tried to bring you up. You didn't. I tried to bring you up. I guess re-request. I sent you an invite. If you were a Trump supporter, it was an accident.
Oh, JP
okay.
said it was an accident.
No worries. Thank you, friend. That's all good. All good, friend. By the way, thank you to Jumar, who said my birthday. Happy birthday, Jumar. Happy birthday. We're to you, friend. Happy birthday. Oh, you're fine. You're fine, bud. And then thank you to Angie on the Blue app who said my husband, ex now, tried to unalive me with a gun. He was a cop, got 60 days and his guns back.
Well, I want to tell you, we know there is a prevalence for DV and SA amongst law enforcement officers. And we know that when it gets reported by people, their colleagues, who are the people that you have to report it to, surprisingly tend not to investigate or take any action.
Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like they only protect their own. That's crazy. Real quick, as we move on, thank you to Wesley. It says, MAGA has nothing but hate. Much love, Matt, Erika, Nemo. Also, Erika, I'm 40. Your speaking voice is lower than mine. Thank you to Wesley. Again, the U.S. Army has a decent device patent for a true silencer. It weighs more than 50 pounds and was considered prohibitive for use. Much love. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, what? I didn't say again. Sorry, you kind of mumbled.
I said, thank you for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
I support some of the policies that I want to discuss with you.
So you support Donald Trump?
I wouldn't say completely, not as a person. I don't fully support any political...
Is he doing things right now that you are supportive of?
Some things, yes. Other things, no.
Okay. We're going to put you on a brief hold. We'll be right back with you. I want to say thank you one more time. Thank you to Wesley. Is that I don't promote or condone violence of any sort, but some stupid, hateful, ignorant shit stains like this caller make me question that stance much. Agreed on that last caller. And then, thank you to Mr. Melvin. Thank you, Mr. Melvin. It said, I just survived umpiring a total day of rain-soaked baseball to hear these snowflakes. Please continue to cook these racist, homophobic a-holes. They feel emasculated. Cry me a river. Get over it. Love you, Mr. Melvin. Thank you, friends. Guys, please make sure that you're supporting Nemo, my wonderful co-host. Support Erika while she is here. Guys, do all of the good things like our friend Erika Shante says. With gifts, with links in our bios. You can find those over here on the TikToks. You can also find them right down here in the description of the tube video. Okay? So I would very much like to hear that my friends have some things to read off. I'd like to see those numbers pop off on their screen as well. Please do all of the good things for them. Okay? It's much appreciated. Do either of you have anything before we move on to this next caller?
I do not.
Okay.
Samesies.
Okay.
I have high hopes for this caller, though, Matt, being as he couldn't even answer the question about whether he supports Donald Trump or not. I can't wait.
Can't we either. Okay, caller. Thank you for holding. Can you please tell us one more time what's your age and state, please?
Put my phone on the trigger. I am 20 and from Illinois.
You said 20 years old from Illinois?
Correct.
Okay. So what is Donald Trump doing right now that you do support? What are things that he's doing that you do support right now? And I understand you're saying there's things that you don't support. That's fine. We don't need to hear all about that. Just tell us what he's doing that you do like.
For example, one policy would be not completely, I guess, eliminating trans females or males. I don't know the correct term, sorry. But from... You good? Just heard 1,000 notifications. Hello?
Yeah, everything's fine. Keep going. You're fine.
Sorry, there's a little delay. But anyway... So effectively, not completely though, removing them from female sports, cutting funding if it's allowed in that particular college. I do agree with that because I know the effects after HRT, they do significantly reduce the advantage males hold. However, not completely. There's still other factors that
How many athletes are there in the NCAA?
I'm not quite sure of the exact.
There's 500,000. How many trans women are competing in the NCAA?
2 points here. First of all, I believe the number.
I asked you a question. I said, how many trans women are competing in the NCAA out of 500,000?
I answered the question. I said, I think the number is 13.
It's 9.
No, that's trans people total, Matt. That's trans men and trans women.
Oh, I thought 13 was the total number and trans women was 9. My bad. Is it 9 is the total number?
I think it's 4 trans women.
Oh, okay. That's my bad. I apologize, caller. My fault. Thank you for fact checking me on that, Erika. Yeah, it says 4 total. So you are worried about 4 people out of
All right. So the issue is not the number; it's the principle itself. I mean, you can, for example, ICE. I know a lot of people on your side tend to, for example, make a big deal out of one killing. I mean, it's it's only one killing, but the principle itself or the action itself is wrong. The number of times it happens isn't the big deal. So, for example, well, in my case, I mean,
I'm sorry. Can I just stop you a minute? Can you tell me how this is analogous, unless you can point out how many people trans women have killed as a part of playing a sport for the NCAA? This is not analogous in any way.
it is. I mean, I can tell you
No,
how
no,
if you
no.
would like.
I'll tell you why it's not. Because you're talking about people losing their lives versus people playing a sport.
I I think you're missing the
A
point.
college sport,
explain
by
it.
the way, where they're not even getting paid for it.
That's actually untrue. College athletes do get paid for.
Actually, on the whole, they're not. Only this small, very 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 small top percentage of college athletes are now getting paid, and I can absolutely guarantee you it is not any of the trans women that we're talking about or the people competing against them.
Be getting significantly.
So, anyways,
paid.
why is it that you're trying to make a comparison, like Erika said, that doesn't make any sense, and for playing a sport where they're not getting paid, and literally no one's life is at stake, and there's nothing. So it's very weird. Why is this a hill that you want to die on? Why is this something that's so important to you? Are you scared of them? Are you afraid?
You can attempt to deflect all you want.
I'm not deflecting.
But
I'm asking you a question because I'm trying to figure out why it is that you're worried about this, because it seems like you're afraid of them, because otherwise I can't figure out why this would be a concern for you. You're 20 years old and you're a man, which means you're not a woman playing in a sport against a trans woman. So that's not your concern, right? I don't. So again, I don't understand. What's your concern?
Making lots of logical fallacies. For one, you're saying I'm not a
There's
woman.
no
so I
logical
should-
fallacies there. Are you identifying as a woman?
I would appreciate if you let me get one.
Are
sentence
you
out. You haven't-
identifying as a woman, yes or no?
No. I
Okay,
asked
cool.
you, do
So
you
I
have-
identify as a man, so I was right about that. Fantastic. So there's no logical fallacy going on. I correctly assumed that you identify as a man. Now, do you play a college sport?
You're not going to get the
Do you
railroad
play
cover.
a college sport, yes or no?
Yes.
Which
Now let
one
me
do you
please-
play?
I'm not going to answer unless you let
Okay,
me
so
have
great.
one
So
second.
basically, so what you're doing here is you've called up to talk about trans people competing in sports, and you don't want to talk about the fact that you are somebody who is of age competing in a sport, and you're like, no, no, no. I don't want to talk about any of this. I am just going to completely deflect every single answer because I don't want to talk about the real reason why this is a concern to me. Cool story, kid. Honestly, this is embarrassing for you on so many levels because you're not a person who competes against them. There's 500,000 of them. There's 500,000 athletes, and there are 4 trans women who compete in the collegiate level, and you're not competing against any of them. So, unless you can explain to any of us why this is germane to you, I don't really fucking care, and I'm going to hang up the phone.
Well, can I just point out before he speaks, his language has already told us that he's not a college athlete because he used the word them when describing how many that college athletes do get paid. He said them,
Well,
not us or we.
Well, yeah, and also he took so fucking long to answer. When I asked him that question, you could see, even though we can't see him, you could just hear the wheels turning in his brain. Like, I need to say yes, because if I say no, then I know that I'm really fucking cooked. So we already know that, right? We know. So why don't you stop lying to us and just try to get to the real root? Tell us why you care about this.
I'm going to say 3 things. I request you do not interrupt me. I've been quite
I don't fucking care. No one gives a fuck about your bigoted attitudes. And you're just some stupid 20-year-old kid from Illinois. Why don't you mind your own fucking business when it comes to trans people, kid?
I'm always interested in this conversation because there are a ton of sports where girls compete in boys competitions, and I'm using girls and boys. Cis girls compete in cis boys competitions, and are successful. And I'm gonna cite you wrestling, high school wrestling, as an example of this. Currently, I think it was last year. In one of the states is definitely Arizona, and I feel like the other one is Maine, but it might not be Maine. The state high school wrestling champion, boys wrestling champion, is a cis girl.
It was Maine.
Well, it's 2 states. It's Maine and
Yeah,
Arizona.
One of
It
them
was
was Maine.
Yeah,
One of
yeah,
them
yeah.
was Maine.
So it's Maine and Arizona. So if this is about strength or fragility, then you'd need to explain to me how it's the case in 2 out of 50 states, the boys high school wrestling champion is a cis girl. You'd need to explain that to me.
Yeah. Evolve. I muted you in the chat. You can box up if you want to talk about the DNC. That's a funny talking point. I'd love to talk to you about that. Yeah. Of course they won't. It's fine. Hey, Emma. Hey, Dolphin. Hey, friends. Glad you guys are here. It is a, what is it? It's a Wednesday. It's Wednesday. That's right. It's Wednesday. Well, for us, it's Thursday for Erika. It's the future for Erika.
Future's looking bright.
Is it?
Oh, it's looking a bit brighter here. Maybe
Oh,
not
okay.
there. Oh, Lord.
David, hello. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
How old are you and what state are you in?
37, Florida.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
I think he's doing a good job.
Okay. Specifically with what?
Well, the border is tipped. It's not overrun like it was. So that's good. Crime is not going crazy. That's good. What else? Oh, we're trying to solve the Iranian problem that we've had for 50 years. With no help from any of the NATO allies, which is great.
Why would NATO help us? Iran never attacked us, so we couldn't invoke Article 5. That doesn't make any sense.
When you say Iran never attacked us, what do you mean?
They never attacked us.
Huh. Because I remember as a kid, maybe you weren't born, I don't know, where they actually held our embassy hostage for like over a year.
Yeah, that's not them attacking the United States of America. They held our embassy hostage. I don't think you understand how Article 5 works. So if you'd like, we can explain it to you. Would you like us to explain it to you?
Are you getting upset?
No, I said, would you like us to explain it to you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, then if you don't want us to explain it to you, then I guess you should go read about it, because what you just said wouldn't be...
Out, my guy.
Bud, I'm in the middle of a sentence. If you interrupt me again, I'm just going to drop you. So
you were going to do that.
Oh, okay. Cool. Anyways, so what I was saying is that... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was real clear. Like I said, don't interrupt me again. Anyways, so yeah, them taking hostages at our embassy in Iran wouldn't be a reason to invoke Article 5. It's not
What?
not that's not how that works. And when I was trying to say, hey, we can explain it to you, you're like, no. So I guess, that's dumb.
Well, you also couldn't invoke Article 5 45 years after the offence. Like,
I mean,
you just couldn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool story. But anyways, it's really too bad that you can't understand like the basics of the conversation. And I was in the middle of talking, but oh well. Oh, I just got your message, Emma. Oh, funny. Let's see what we got here. Hi, thanks for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hi, yes. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yeah. I'm coming from a Twitch chat. I'm from France.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Bon matin, mon ami. Good morning to you.
I am not a Trump supporter at all.
Oh, no, très bien.
But first things first, just a thought for people from Gaza dying under bombs and from starvation. I just think that we are not speaking enough of it. So that's what I wanted to say first. And also, from what I understood, because I'm listening you since like an hour or so, I wanted to know what was your stance about Second Amendment, because as a European, this is something very weird, to own a gun. So I wanted to know, what do you think about it? And tell me, how do you feel about owning a gun in the U.S.?
Well, a lot of us have different opinions, friend. And what I would tell you is that for those of us who are on the left, we want, at the very least, we want there to be reforms. We want there to be stricter controls in place, stricter laws in place, and we want it to be more difficult for people to simply just be able to get a firearm. We want there to be background checks. We want all of those things because
you want change.
We all want change. And so we are people who understand all of those things. So please understand that there is an entire group of people in this country who are on the left, even the people who enjoy hunting, people who enjoy gun ownership for that reason or for whatever it may be. If they're on the left, they want there to be stronger protections, and they want that because if you are a responsible gun owner, you would even want those things. It's the people on the right who think that there should be no limits on it, and that's a problem. So we want there to be common sense laws, just at the very least. That would be a great great starting point.
All right. I was chatting with some of your community on the Twitch chat. Wonderful community, by the way. Great people. We were talking about that. And I was saying that I can understand that if you live in a very isolated place, in the middle of the forest, if you are surrounded by bears and things like that, wild animals, I can understand that you own a gun. But if you are living in a place like New York City, do you really need a gun?
I mean, I personally, I don't think so. hold on one moment, my friend. I just want to say bye to our friend Erika. She had to drop. We appreciate you very much, friend.
Sure.
Personally, friend, I don't know if that's entirely necessary. I personally don't think so. I'm not going to speak for everybody, but I just think that even before we get to that point, where we're saying who should and shouldn't even own a gun or different things like that, I just feel like we could start with common sense laws. We could start with background checks. We can start with, universal background checks. We can start with closing loopholes that exist at gun shows and different things like that. We could start with requiring people to have safer practices at home. We could start with mandatory training classes. We can start with, there's a bunch of different things you could even start with. I agree that I don't think everybody has to have a gun. I personally, I agree with that, but I'm just saying that I don't necessarily, because I'm not a gun owner and it's not an interest of mine, so I really have no skin in the game. Okay, now,
all right.
Now, what I will say is my friend here, my co-host, he is a responsible firearm owner, and he knows exactly how to be safe, and he knows what the laws are, and he is an incredibly responsible person. He understands these things. And so I think that there is a place for somebody who is responsible in certain situations who can do those things. I don't see an issue with that. But I also think that, yeah, if you live in New York City, I lived in New York City. I live in Boston now. Like, I don't personally see a need for it. That's just me. But I'm just throwing it out there, friend. So,
Well, my personal opinion is that a gun can never be safe. It's not the point of it. It's the opposite. But I hear you. I get your point. And I don't know, maybe people from the US think that people in France or any other country of the European Union cannot own guns, but that's not true. It's very easy to own a gun in France, for example. You just need to go to shooting competition. You shoot on target. This kind. Just a couple of hours, then you have sort of authorization, and then you can apply, and you can go to any armory and buy a Glock or any other weapon. You are limited in the calibers, just like in the US, I guess. You may be more limited, but you can get like 45 ACP, these kind of things, pretty strong. So it's not true in France. You can get a weapon very easily, and there is a background check. But they are really looking in your background if you did any felony and these kind of things. So it's very rare. It's extremely rare to meet someone who owns a gun.
I understand, friend, and I will tell you that I understand that there's a lot of misinformation in regards to other countries and how other countries treat firearm ownership, and that there are a lot of Americans who don't understand that. I do understand, but I want you. I just want you to know. I want you to understand that there is a very large segment of the population here that wants better controls, that wants stronger laws, that we want this problem to be fixed, and it is hopefully going to happen one day, but it is absolutely a thing that a lot of us want to see. Even those folks who are a lot of current gun owners would like to see those changes happen. So I think you
I
know that's
trust
where a
you.
lot of us, yeah. So I mean that very sincerely, friend. But listen, I don't want to we are trying to talk to more Trump supporters. Although I do appreciate the question, friend.
Oh yeah,
But
I'm sorry.
but no,
Yeah,
don't be sorry.
I'm
Don't
a
be
bit
sorry.
too leftist.
No, don't be sorry. It's always a pleasure. I'm gonna
Just
but
before,
yeah, what you can say.
just before we leave, I just wanted to be very thankful to your Twitch community, which is absolutely amazing. Very cool people, very friendly. You have a wonderful community, and yeah, bisous.
Right back at you, mon ami. I hope you have a wonderful day. Okay.
Yeah, thank you, man. Have a nice day. See
Okay.
you later. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Au revoir. Okay. Well, that was interesting.
Vive la France.
Vive la France. I didn't want to. I don't want to put you on. I don't want to put you on the spot or be like. But I mean, I feel like. I feel like it is. I feel like it's okay. I feel like it's okay to say that, I don't know if I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. I don't know if everyone if everyone should be able to have a gun everywhere. I don't know. It's like it's just interesting because I'm totally fine with you. Like it's just I don't know, maybe this is a weird dichotomy in my head. I'm totally fine with you. Like there's nothing there's no part of me that's like, oh, that shouldn't be a thing. But I also am like, yeah, like when I lived in New York City, I'm like, maybe a bunch of people shouldn't be able. I don't know. There's it's really difficult to figure out where those lines are. You know what I mean? I guess it's a hard thing because I don't want to say yes, we should just ban all guns because I don't have anything against people who are responsible gun owners or people who hunt for sport and are good people and are responsible about it. I know a number of those people and people who work hard at maintaining safety and keep their guns in their locked up in their safe and do all of the right things and take the classes and do all of it. I have a very good friend of mine who I know he does all the right things, and I'm in Massachusetts, no less, in a place where it's very difficult to do all the. And I'm like, I totally respect that. I'm totally fine with it. You know what I mean? It's just, it's a hard thing, to figure out like where is that line for us in America? Because I don't want to say we should just there should be an absolute get rid of all guns. I don't know if I want to say that, even though I don't personally care about owning guns. Like if guns went away tomorrow, would not affect my life personally in any way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I've always, like, I'm comfortable around guns. I grew up around guns. It's really common in the South. It's very common in the South. So, like, my dad, taught me how to shoot, early on in my life, and it's just like it's part of, I guess, like the Southern culture or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, like, I've always been pretty comfortable around them. And I have said many times that, to people out there who are like-minded with us, that, you're on the left, you're liberal, progressive, whatever. If they're safe for you,
yeah,
then you should familiarize yourself. I don't think that we should just have zero regulation. I'm not for that at all.
No.
That's insane.
Yeah. No. Of course not. I know that. Of course not. Yeah.
Yeah. And like I don't agree with the whole like carrying literally anywhere, right? Because like so in Georgia you have constitutional carry, which again all that means is that you don't have to have a permit to carry a weapon concealed, as long as you're legal and all that good shit. So like of age and all that. Sorry, my dogs are talking right now.
No, that's okay.
So
yeah,
that's what that is. But with even though that is true, there's still places that you straight up will get into serious fucking trouble if you carry there. So like courthouses, any kind of government building, schools. Yeah, there's absolutely things, and I fully agree with that. Fully agree that there should be places that are like, oh no, off limits, no. Yeah, that I've always been a proponent for stronger regulation.
Yeah.
And I've caught shit before because I don't think that we should straight up ban ARs for multiple reasons. One is because the practicality of it. So the practicality of it is, okay, people who might be for an AR ban, kind of like the 90s. The one in the 90s had a grandfather clause. That means if you already owned one, all right, whatever, it's yours. Like you're not subject to anything, cool, whatever. And you can sell that to someone.
Mm-hmm.
You privately can sell that to someone still. That is also allowed in the 90s ban, right? So the way that I've described it to people is like people that I guess are big on the whole, let's do the assault weapons ban again. Imagine that a law was passed that banned Ford F-150s, but there was a grandfather clause. So what that means is no new F-150s are manufactured, but if you already own one, all right, it's yours, and you can sell it or whatever the fuck. All right, you're gonna have Ford F-150s for a long time, right? Like that's kind of the point, because an F-150, it's extremely common, and the same thing is true with ARs, and that's the practicality side of things. Do I think that ARs should be as ubiquitous as they are? No. I've always been open to upping the age on it. So, we're pushing it up to 21, basically, to own an AR. I've been cool with that. I'm good with adding limits to it.
Yeah.
But like things like the ban, the reason why I've always been hesitant with that is because, one, it consumes a fuck ton of political capital. Like you get that passed and like that's going to be the thing that Republicans are going to bitch about for the next generation. Like, oh my God, you guys did the ban, da, da, da. Then what happened? Blah, 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 blah. And unfortunately, because they're so common, what are you gaining from it, right? So I think that there are different ways to approach it outside of a ban. They are absolutely too common. They are absolutely too accessible. And yeah, they are very, very violent weapons. And so, yeah, we absolutely have to approach that from... We have to take it seriously. We have to, accept the fact that it is the most common used weapon for like these mass incidents, right? And even though that's the case, yeah, how do you manage that? How do you combat that? Yeah. And a ban wouldn't do it, but regulations might.
They might.
So
yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, I think that's an excellent take. Hang on one second. Let's see what we got here. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Excuse me, can you say that again?
I said, thank you for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes and no.
Okay. Do you currently support things that Donald Trump is doing?
Some of the viewpoints that he's doing and the things that he's handling, just some of them.
Okay. How old are you and what state are you in?
22, North Carolina.
Okay. I'm going to put you on a brief hold. We'll be right back with you. Thanks.
All right, no problem.
Okay, I want to say real quick, thank you to Mayra. Thank you to Mayra on the Blue app. Mayra said, when I was in high school, I had to play in the boys soccer team because there was no girls team. No one cared that I played in an all boys team. People didn't complain because there was and people didn't complain because there was no girls team. They want an excuse and pretend they care about women. Love what you do. Thank you, Mayra. I appreciate that. And then said, P.S. I was better than most of the boys. LOL. Mayra, I believe it. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all, friend. W's for you. Fuck yeah. Let's go. All right, let's bring up this next guest. Appreciate you guys being here. Once again, guys, make sure that you are doing all of the good things. Please make sure you're doing all the good things. Let's do our best to not only help out with the live goal that I've got up there, but please make sure that you're taking care of Nemo equally as much. It would be very appreciated. Also, if you want to offer additional support, like I just read, you can find those links in our bios, or you can find them in the description of the tube right down here. You can also send me a super chat if you are interested. You can send me a super chat. Much appreciated. Thank you guys so much for being here, for helping out. It is awesome. So, all right, let's talk to this guest we've got here. Thank you for holding, caller. We appreciate it. You said you're 22 in North Carolina. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so what is Donald Trump doing right now that you do actually support?
What he's doing with the Iran situation.
So you support Donald Trump starting a war that we didn't need to start and increasing gas prices and the price of anything and making America far less safe and making sure that 18 service members lost their lives who didn't need to lose their lives and have hundreds more be injured, casualties. You support that?
No, Iran started it.
No, they didn't. We started this war. We with Israel. We absolutely 100% started the war. You realize we bombed them first, right?
They sent a military asset to kill the president.
No, they didn't.
They admitted to it. The guy that got captured.
No, they didn't. That's a lie.
I have the thing for it. The source.
The thing for it. Okay, what's your source?
The source. It's the Justice Department of Justice.
Okay. What's the name of this thing that you have?
Iranian intelligence agent convicted of terrorism and murder for hire.
Hold on. Iranian intelligence agent convicted in what?
Of terrorism and murder for hire in connection with plot to assassinate U.S. Politicians and government officials.
Okay, hang on. Let's see. So he arrived in the United States in April of 2024. Okay. Yeah, you do realize that that's not a justification for war, right? That's not them attacking us first. That's a singular person trying to assassinate the president of the United States. You understand that, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So that's not them attacking us first. So again, I'm glad we got that out of the way. So no, Iran didn't attack us first. We attacked them first. So again, I don't understand, why do you support us starting a war that we didn't need to start for no reason, that has gotten 18 service members killed, countless hundreds others injured, at least that we know of, because they're obviously lying about the number of casualties. That's clear, because they keep changing the numbers on the website. It's obvious they're lying about the number of casualties. Gas prices have gone up on average over $1 across the country. At one point is up over $1.30. Inflation is going back up as a result of that, which means prices for everything which had not gone down are already going back up, which is hurting our economy. We're running out of oil. In fact, President Trump himself admitted we would run out of oil within 4 weeks before we signed the MOU. So again, why are you supporting something that is harming our country?
Some of the stuff that he's been doing, I don't really agree with. But
no, but you just said that you agreed with the Iran war, and everything I just said is 100% factually true. So why are you supporting the president on the Iran war when it is harming America and the American people?
Can I also say one more thing before I answer?
No,
you?
I want you to answer my question.
Can you repeat that?
Repeat what?
What you just said, so I can answer it.
You weren't listening to me?
No, I just want to make just be perfectly clear.
Why are you supporting the Iran war when it was completely unnecessary and is doing nothing but harming America and the American people?
Because Iran is known for doing this to the U.S. for decades now.
Known for doing what?
Testing other countries' weaknesses.
What?
How?
They're a gray zone warfare.
Gray zone warfare, how?
Iran is a gray zone warfare.
Gray zone meaning?
That they test other countries' weaknesses. And
how?
They've been doing this for a long time.
How do they test weaknesses?
They use a military strategy. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's like asymmetric warfare or something like that.
Asymmetric.
Stop using AI. Because when you use AI and you read things that you don't understand, this is what happens.
Yeah. Because you definitely know the word asymmetric.
All right.
So, as far as testing other countries' weaknesses, I mean, if you're going to say that Iran is uniquely guilty of that, that's just silly, right? So, North Korea and China routinely, well, and actually also Russia, routinely fuck with our I guess the word for it now is cyber infrastructure, all the time. They have like identity theft operations that are, we're talking about state-backed hacking operations that are like a whole other level of sophisticated compared to like, some jackass with a computer somewhere. And this is just the world that we live in, right? It's spycraft. That's what it is. This is a continuation. Well, I guess a continuation of the Cold War, or a new Cold War, if you want to call it that. Because we absolutely do the same thing to China, probably to North Korea. I mean, our interest in North Korea is pretty low. Obviously, China, we have a very significant interest there. So we absolutely do the same shit to China. As for Iran, I mean, if you want to point to things that they have done over the course of the last 40 something years, all right, those are bad things. That doesn't then mean that we can go in and decapitate the leadership of the country and plunge it into chaos. Because, to be clear, we're not going to stay there, or at least that's the line of bullshit that we're being sold right now from Trump, is that, oh, we're going in there and we're going to just kill all the leadership, and then the people will make a new government on their own. That's not how that works. That is not how that works. I know that it sounds great. Sounds like, I mean, again, you can fit that on a bumper sticker. It's really easy to memorize that strategy and repeat it. But whenever you start thinking it through, it actually doesn't make any sense at all. And it doesn't work. So what we've done so far is really just piss off Iran, because they've been preparing for this type of thing for 40 something years. But assuming that we were to somehow magically kill all of the leadership, IRGC goes away, boof, gone. Okay. If there is no like authority there, then you have created a failed state. So that's what Libya is, for example. Libya, this is during the Obama years, so if you want to get excited because I'm about to say Obama bad, here you go. Libya, Gaddafi ran that country. Dude was complete and total evil. Like, very, very, very bad guy. And he got what he deserved in the end. But Libya is a failed state today. So Gaddafi was removed in no small part because of American interference in Libya. And you can literally find video of Gaddafi getting unalived. It's pretty brutal. But today in Libya, there are slave markets. Today, open slave markets in Libya. And that is because of us. That is because America went in and removed the existing infrastructure there, or the existing leadership there, and I guess we fucked off before any other type of government was put in place. And now Libya is it's chaos. So the point is that, okay, hold on. If Gaddafi is a bad guy, so what is the... Yes, George W. Bush, also terrible, yes. At no point was I trying to say that America was the good guy in that. That's weird. Okay, anyway. Yeah, American imperialism is bad. Okay. So again, Gaddafi being removed leads to chaos in Libya, and we are responsible for that. That is on us. Iran, if somehow magically we were to be able to remove the IRGC tomorrow completely, and then continued in the way that the Trump administration is pushing right now, Iran would become Libya. And that would, again, be on us. And I'm sorry. I would rather not have that on my conscience. And that's why I voted for Kamala Harris, because she wasn't going to go to war with Iran. She wasn't going to get us into a forever war in the Middle East that Israel has been chomping at the bit and begging for since the 90s. And every president since then has had the balls to say, fuck off, turn the jets off, you're not going anywhere. And wouldn't you know it, they didn't go. Until Donald Trump. Because Donald Trump comes along and Israel does more of the Israel bullshit and says, "Oh, hey, we're flying there. We're going in. We're going in. You got to go in with us because you're our greatest ally. You got to go in. You got to go in." And Trump is like, "Okay, let's go in." And now what? Israel said that they are not going to continue operations in Iran. So they got us into a fight and then they ran. Just to add insult to injury. But the point is, dude, that this conflict that we are in right now, this war in Iran right now, the same lies were said about Iraq. Weapons of mass destruction, nukes. George W. Bush and Dick Cheney and Colin Powell and John Bolton and Mike Pompeo and all the fucking neocons. Karl Rove and somebody else with an R in their name. They all said, "Oh yeah, they've got nukes. We can't let the smoking gun be a mushroom cloud." That was repeated ad nauseum throughout the early 2000s. This big fear-mongering about Rumsfeld. Thank you, Rumsfeld. That's it. That, oh my God, Saddam's got nukes. And so we invaded. And wouldn't you know it, no nukes. And so then we stay there for a decade. We lose thousands. We injure tens of thousands. And we kill 1 million. So what did we gain from that? For what? And the same thing is happening right now with Iran.
And also, I just want to say I'm also somewhat Christian, so I kind of support Israel a little bit as well.
Is part of being Christian supporting genocide?
Do you know what genocide is?
Do you?
Yes.
What is it? Define it.
It's an act of killing a certain individual or group in a population.
That's what genocide is? Are you sure about that? It's just killing a bunch of people?
In a certain organization / group.
No.
Like a religion.
It's the intent to destroy a national, ethnic, racial, or religious group. And that can be killing people. It can be destroying their living conditions, or it can just be causing serious harm to those people. So a genocide can take many forms. So what's happening in Israel has already been defined by multiple groups as a genocide. If you're a Christian and you believe in what Jesus Christ taught, I wouldn't be supporting Israel.
I don't fully support Israel. I just support some of Israel. Not the whole Israel group.
Why?
Because Israel is still God's chosen people at the end of the day.
No, they're not.
Although they do mistakes all the time.
If Israel is God's chosen people, are you saying that the Jewish people are going to heaven and you're not?
I never said I wasn't.
So if they're God's chosen people, are they going to heaven?
Not necessarily.
But they're God's chosen people.
Yes.
So if they're God's chosen people, but they don't accept Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, you've really created a conundrum for yourself there, kiddo.
They were just served to form like a function for Abraham.
Got it. So you just want to use them.
No, I don't.
Then you're really not making a whole lot of sense here, bud. Why would you support them?
Because God entered a covenant with Abraham, promising to bless the entire world through his descendants. God chose Israel not because they were superior, but because of the grace of glory.
Okay. I'm going to hold your hand when I say this to you. Is Islam an Abrahamic religion? That was not me. that was not me.
God damn.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I didn't think it was that. Thank you for calling the stream. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, sir.
How old are you and what state are you in?
I'm 42. I'm in Michigan.
Okay. Can you just hold on for 1 second for us, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. One moment. Goddamn.
Yeah?
Thank you to Anime Psycho for the gift of the jewels over on the tube. Nemo, do you have any thank yous before we move on?
Yeah.
Good.
Let's see. Hold on. Rebecca, thank you for the 10 on Venmo. You said, thank you to you and Matt and Erika for standing up for my community. I'm a trans woman and I'm tired of these shit-stained people saying things they say when there's plenty of scientific evidence that proves them wrong. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. No problem. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you, Jamar, for you on Venmo. You said, fuck that guy from Illinois. There you go.
Fuck yeah.
Maura, thank you for the one on Venmo. You said, thank you for all you do. Fuck Trump and free Palestine. Damn right. And Pamela, thank you for the 25 on Venmo. Thank you very much for that. You said, love hearing you educate these chuds. Oh, I love doing it.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate it. Please keep it up. It's super appreciated. Thank you so much for allowing us to continue to do this for you. We really appreciate the support. Thank you. All right, let's talk to our next caller here. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Keep doing all the good things like our friend Erika says. Caller, thank you for holding for a moment. You said you're 42 in Michigan. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why do you still support Donald Trump as of July 2026?
Because I feel like he's doing great for the country. He's just on a roll. He ain't done nothing bad. I feel like he really got lucky.
Okay. Could you maybe be a little bit specific? Maybe you could tell us a couple of the specific things that he's doing that you like.
I like him giving money to Israel because I love the Holy Land, and I like him going to war with Gaza because they're bad.
That's it?
I mean, those are my two big things: are the money to Israel and the war in Gaza.
The United States
not
has already.
Gaza. I mean Iran.
Oh, Iran. Okay. Well, the United States has always given money to Israel. You didn't have to vote for Donald Trump for that.
Well, he gave them a lot more.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No, he didn't. We haven't appropriated
I
it.
saw it on the news. He gave him like billions more.
I mean, are we talking about the new defense appropriations bill where we're going to be training with them? Did I miss something where we've? Did I miss something? Nemo, did I miss something?
It was like some random. He funded like $32 billion to them.
That's an annual thing.
Yeah, that's not a Trump thing.
Well, I still like that he was in office when it happened. So you could basically say that was him.
Oh, okay. So it's his fault that C-19 happened?
What happened?
The pandemic?
No, that was Biden's fault.
No, it was Trump's fault because he was in office when it started, right?
No, because Biden.
No, because Biden's too old and feeble to have a time machine to go back a year. So the pandemic started March 21st, I want to say. I think it was March 21st, 2020 is when it was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization. So at the absolute latest, it would be March of 2020. That's when it starts. Donald Trump is president for the next 10 months, roughly. So
that's when the Democrats were spreading the virus through chemtrails and trying to get Trump out of office.
Listen, bud. If you're gonna do this, you got to work on keeping your accent more consistent because it's really, really obvious when you slip with the accent. It's real fucking obvious, dude.
My fault.
You say that the Democrats are spreading it through chemtrails. Are you saying that Donald Trump was so weak that he couldn't protect America from that?
He couldn't protect America from no chemicals.
That's that
impossible.
weak? He's that weak?
Could you do that?
Yeah.
How? How would you do it?
By making sure that they don't use the chemical?
What I would do is I would take a giant fan and I would put the giant fan up to the chemtrails and I would blow them out into outer space.
Yeah.
He should have done that.
Well,
I think that is kind of a mess up on his end. But
so it is his fault.
Just that part though. If I was on his administration, I would have told him to do that and he would have done it.
Oh, but you weren't and he didn't. So it is his fault.
A little bit, yeah, I'm sorry.
Sounds like a lot of bit.
No, just
no. Sounds like a lot of bit. Sounds like a lot of bit. Oh no.
They say they don't say that they don't say the Democrats. You say the demon rats. You're getting the term, dude. Really, man. Like, honest to God.
I say the Democrats because they are the Democrats.
But that's not what they. If you're gonna do this, get it right.
Also, the largest mass shooting in American history occurred while Donald Trump was president in Vegas.
Well, I don't think Trump was there.
Yeah, but it was his country.
Well, it wasn't his gun.
It was his ATF.
Yeah, you're right.
And it was his people because it was who was it? I'm trying to remember. It was was it Try It in a Small Town, that motherfucker? What's his name?
Oh. Country.
Yeah, the country dude. I'm trying to What's his name?
I know.
Chat, please
Jason
help me.
Aldean.
That's it. Jason Aldean. Try it in a small town. Oh fuck, this guy's got a bump stock. What the fuck? Take cover. No, actually, I don't believe in the Second Amendment. That's what Jason Aldean did.
That was really beautiful. I really liked
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So that happened in Donald Trump's America. So, and it happened to his people. So,
Well, he didn't cause it. Like Biden.
He didn't stop it.
COVID-demic.
Well, you say he didn't cause it. If he was in office when it happened, we've established that it's his responsibility. Did he cause it? I mean, debatable. Did he stop it? No.
Well, I don't think he could have done much because it was kind of like an in the moment thing. I don't know how he's supposed to stop.
You're telling
me
that Donald Trump is so weak, so ineffectual, so slow that he couldn't manage something like that?
He's not a pseudo-intellectual and he's not slow. He's a genius. And he's more genius than
If he's a
either of you
genius,
two
wait, if
will
he's a
ever be.
genius, then he's even more responsible, right? Because if he's a genius and he couldn't figure out how to solve that problem, you're telling me that he was a genius and still couldn't figure that shit out. That makes him even more culpable.
No, he figured it out. He just wanted to let them
No,
have
he
their
didn't
fun.
figure it out.
Yeah, he did.
How'd he figure it out?
Because he's a genius. He knows everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You ever heard him try to say the word Yosemite?
No.
Well, spoiler.
Hold, please.
Maybe he's saying it right and you're all saying it wrong.
Is that why you understood what the word Yosemite was when I said it that way?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I understand it how us
American child has to
sub
pristine outdoor
intellectuals.
spaces. When young Americans experience the breathtaking beauty of the Grand Canyon, when their eyes widen in amazement as Old Faithful bursts into the sky, when they gaze upon Yosemites, towering sequoias.
Arizonans at his rally. Oh, beautiful. Also, we have many Azerasians in our room. Donald Trump is in Arizona.
Azerasians.
Yosemites. Yosemites.
Yeah. All right, man.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I would say you got to work on this. Okay, you really.
I do.
Okay.
I'm new to it.
All right, but you know, it yeah. There's
All right.
yeah. We're you know.
I love you. And I love everybody in the chat.
Okay. All right.
And I hope you all have an amazing day.
All right, man.
And I hope you all come around and stop being demonic.
Okay, bud. Have a good one.
Hail Satan. Hail Satan.
Hail Satan. You know, normally I really fucking I hate it when people. I didn't hate that guy. I didn't hate. I just didn't hate him. I don't know. Whatever. I need to real quick. Need to point this out. It's from our friend Crystal. Texas State Representative James Talarico, the Democratic Senate nominee in Texas, has widened his lead over his Republican opponent, Texas AG Ken Paxton, in a new poll. The results.
Let's fucking go.
The results of the Texas Public Opinion Research, the TPOR survey, which were shared by the Texas Tribune on Tuesday, found Tallarico had a 5 percentage point advantage among likely voters over Paxton ahead of the November election. 45% of respondents in this poll backed the Democratic candidate compared to 40% who supported the Republican in this race. Neither candidate has broken the 50% mark in polling since they both won their respective primary elections this year. The TPOR survey found that Tallarico leads Paxton among voters without a college degree, a demographic that typically favors Republican candidates. Of the poll's respondents, 53% voted for President Trump and 42% for former Vice President Kamala Harris in the 2024 presidential election. A previous poll conducted by this nonpartisan public opinion research center after Paxton defeated incumbent John Cornyn in the Republican runoff found Tallarico beating the Attorney General 47% to 44%. I just really want to point out the two key points here. Number one, Tallarico leading Paxton among voters without a college degree is fucking huge. That's amazing in and of itself. But also, he's leading in a poll where 53% of the people that they polled voted for Donald Trump, and 42% of the people voted for Kamala Harris. But 45% of the respondents said they would vote for James Tallarico.
Actually in play.
That is fucking real. Like, that is not just some bullshit.
Yeah, it is actually in play. Oh man, if we could get that one. Oh man.
I'm gonna really try to. We're gonna temper ourselves, okay? And still a lot of work to be done. People have got to get out and vote. There's so much that needs to happen here, okay, guys? So much that needs to happen here. Those numbers, though, leading voters without a college degree and leading in a fucking poll where 53% of the people polled voted for Trump. I'm sorry. Fucking A. Let's go. I got you here, Nemo. Here we can say.
So
yeah,
there's 3, and they are in that order.
Okay, you got it. I've got the. Hold on, pulling up the first one. Do you want to so this is Hassan. You want to intro the clip here?
Yeah. So Texas is not the only state having all the fun. We've got a little race in Michigan right now. There's a primary that's going on, and holy shit, Abdul El Sayed. That, like, if you want someone to carry the banner of Bernie and then go further, that's going to be Abdul El Sayed, because Bernie is not a spring chicken. Abdul El Sayed is the halal equivalent of a spring chicken.
All right, let's listen.
transparent throughout this campaign. And let me just say this, that
She got 30 grand from DTE. She's lying.
Dr. El-Sayed, I'm asking you the same question. Any money from anyone that we don't know about?
No and never, but then $40,000 in direct receipts to her campaign from DTE's corporate PAC. And then there's, I don't know, Center for Democratic Priorities, which released its funders, but then they're behind these shell organizations, these 501c4s. So I'd really like to revisit that question, because I don't know how to explain $40,000 directly to her campaign from DTE. I'm the only candidate in this race who's never touched a dime of corporate PAC money.
Abdul should say, how can the people of Michigan trust you when you can't even be honest right now?
Do you see why some people are bothered by the fact that so much money, $40+ million, has come from AIPAC?
Good question.
This moment in this country and here in Michigan, people have every right to be frustrated about our campaign finance system. My opponent here on this stage, Abdul, he's got a super PAC that his father-in-law funds that has millions of dollars going into it. And look, in terms of foreign policy, Abdul and I do differ.
Specifically about AIPAC money, more than $46 million has been spent on AIPAC spending to back your campaign. A lot of people wonder if that is something where you're going to do their bidding should you win this seat. Is that something people should be concerned about? And if not, why not?
Absolutely not, Roop. Look, I have been very clear.
Why are they giving you 46 million then?
And I have
oh my God, Fox is cooking her. Thank you, moderator. Tel Aviv Impress.
And I'm still working to get us to long-term peace.
But no concern about the $46 million+ spent on the behalf of AIPAC that should worry people about perhaps you doing their bidding should you win the seat.
Well, I don't think there's much difference between super PACs going in for Abdul or super PACs going in for me. We have a problem with campaign finance reform in this country.
There's a
Mike Rogers,
almost $100 million of difference.
The difference between us is $46 million of AIPAC spending. They've set a record in this race to help elect my opponent because they know that she'll be a reliable vote, just like she took last week to send your tax dollars to a foreign government that is aiding, arming, and abetting the very people who want to foreclose on the possibility of Palestinian self-determination. At the end of the day, my job is to take care of you here. I want to be your U.S. Senator. I want your tax dollars spent in Michigan to provide schools in Michigan, to build healthcare in Michigan, to build roads in Michigan. And I think that money sent over there to kill
Bro, what
kids
is happening is the moderator is actually being
worst
decent.
use of our tax dollars, and yet that's exactly what $46 million in spending will buy you. I believe deeply that we have a responsibility to make sure that we don't make other people's problems worse. I believe that we should not be fighting stupid wars that AIPAC wants us to fight in the first place. And I believe we have a responsibility to keep our money here, to invest here. That really is the difference. We're being outspent in this race 12-1. Chances are you're going to see an ad.
I have been
So the moderator, his name is Roop Raj, and that guy needs to moderate all the things.
All the things.
Because holy shit, that was great.
I just want
to... real quick, before we play this next clip, dude. Somebody argued with me in the YouTube comments. I was just like, I finally got tired of it. But argued that we were, because we were endorsing Abdul El-Sayed or saying that people should vote for him over Haley Stevens, that like there was a big issue with him because he released his taxes, but he didn't release his full Schedule C, which would have shown where every single income and expense, when you do business taxes, that shows every single income, like when you have not just like on a W-2, but like if you have other business expenses, when you have business income and business expense, it would show where every single expense went out and income came in. Now, on his taxes, like $196,000, right? This person said to me, they were like, that's so suspicious. And I'm like, well, number one, he like actually doesn't have to even release his taxes, but he did release his taxes, but didn't want to release every single thing on the Schedule C, which I understand. Like, didn't want to show every single business expense, or like, I get it. I'm like, that's fine. Also, like, not super concerned about it. And if there's something in terms of coming in from political money, like they have to show that stuff. He also filed all of his public disclosures. And I'm like, okay, so like, what? I don't get it. And they're like, yeah, but you know, blah, blah, blah. Haley Stevens. I was like, Haley Stevens is getting tens of millions of dollars from AIPAC and from Israel. Like, yeah, I will take, okay, there's $200,000 on his taxes that is not publicly available and publicly accounted for versus tens of millions of dollars from AIPAC and Israel. Like, that's what we're talking about here. This is not like, oh, you're really selling out your morals or your ideals because it blah blah. I'm like, no. Like,
for $200,000? Like, what?
No. Those two things are not the same. They're just not. And how could you even say that? And by the way, somebody said that that's not what a Schedule C shows. That's exactly what a Schedule C shows. If you do a sole proprietorship, which I have in the past, it's your profit and loss form on your taxes. It's literally where you would write down your income from your business and then your expenses. And yes, it is item by item. Yes, that's exactly what a fucking Schedule C is. Literally. That's like, you just don't know what you're talking about. 100%. That's what it is. I've done it I at least 15 times. So, I think you should maybe learn what a Schedule C is on your taxes. Anyways, next clip. We've got some more Abdul Al-Sayed.
Yep. It just keeps going.
All right, let's check.
Speak directly to what's happening right now. You've got DTE, which is the biggest spender in our entire politics. They spend on 93% of the entire elected state legislature, as well as most of our congresspeople, including my colleague here. And that allows them to get away with things like building one of the largest hyperscale data centers in our state in ex parte approval. Now, that's fancy terms for saying approval without actually going through the normal process. And this is going to increase the load on our grid by more than twice. Now, we just lost our power for 5 days in a row because of a mid-level storm. People should not be able to take that money and then turn the other cheek and then allow for these approval processes that aren't approval processes at all. I still have yet to see a plan from DTE about how they're going to improve our reliability while doubling, more so, the amount of electricity they're expected to provide for a data center that nobody asked for. I put out a terms of engagement because these data centers, that was one of 15 that proposed last year alone. We need to be serious about the incoming threat that's going to make all of this so much worse.
Hit the fuck data centers button off door.
Bro.
Yeah.
Get one more here. Hold, please. All right. Last one.
Look, I told you.
There we go.
The outset that my opponent was going to make this race about me and her. But this is about you. This is about whether or not you deserve a politics of the people, by the people, and for the people, or of the corporations, by the billionaires, and for the special interests. In an effort to talk about civility, I just took another attack. And I just want you to ask yourself, what is it that you deserve from your politics now? Do you deserve a politician more focused on their opponent because they want to be in a seat? Or do you deserve a politics where we're all asking, how do we actually serve you best? Because that's what I'm focused on here in this debate and been focused on for this entire entire 15-month campaign that we've been running on.
Call her ass out, Abdul! You didn't call me an ogre.
No, again, for the record, it was Mr. Fetterman that was apparently called an ogre in the call, not you. However, I do want to get to some audience questions as well. It's time to take questions from our studio audience. We want to remind you that we are to just scan the QR code on your screen or text it to 248-20.
They're being honest! They're being honest! What is happening? Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this! The bar is so fucking unbelievably low for local media. These guys are on a rocket ship over that bar.
No, I mean, he's right. They are crushing it. Yes, can he moderate everything, Han? Yes. Fuck. Dude.
Yeah. I want him and I think it's Kyle something, the Colorado guy.
Oh my God. Yes. Kyle Clark. Thank you.
That's it. Yep. Him and Kyle Clark. You moderate all future presidential debates.
It was fucking great. Real quick, Joel, thank you. It's for the $2 super says, why isn't Trump investigating his assassinations? Good point. And then Joel says, also said, I, for one, along with Nemo, are ready to re-elect Ossoff and to elect Keisha Lance Bottoms, our blue state governor in 2026. Goddamn right. Georgia is going blue. Let's fucking go.
Damn right.
Joel. Let's see what we got here. Psych Evolution. Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
No, sorry. I just tapped.
Oh, that's okay, friend. Hope you have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Change that battery in that smoke detector, though. Because we care about you. It's dangerous. Don't let it go. Change that battery.
Yeah.
All right.
It is annoying, but takes 3 minutes? I mean, if it's in an awkward spot, I'll give you 5.
Yeah. And buy you can get them in bulk. You can get 9 volts in bulk too. It's just do it once. Buy a bulk thing of it. And Izzy says, don't tell me how to live my life. I mean, listen, if you want to die in a horrific fire, Izzy, I guess go for it. I don't know what to tell you. But I would prefer that you and the rest of our friends not. So please change your smoke detector batteries. Buy a bulk pack of 9-volt batteries. I don't care. Get a Amazon brand or whatever, or Best Buy brand or whatever. I don't care. Whatever the fuck. Buy them in bulk. Keep them in your drawer, and then just go around and change them. Or just do it. But okay, we touched on this briefly earlier. I want to know what happened with Liam.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. So, okay. Liam, was doing some Liam shit last night. So, consider Liam's voice and his overall demeanor, right? Very nasally, very whiny. I just wanted to say that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So that now he decided to chime in. When he joined, he chimed in at a very bad time because the conversation was about some shit that has been occurring.
Was it
yeah, okay. With the deep fake thing.
Yeah, which is fucking terrible, by the way.
Yeah. And I mean, the most surprising thing to me was the hero of that story is a guy named his screen name is Chad something. He's a Trump supporter. And I was shocked. I was like, "Oh wow, okay, all right." And I think he, I won't give away too much information. He works for the government, as far as I know. But yeah, he was a Trump supporter. But he was absolutely the hero of the story, and he was on the panel. And I mean, I said to him, "Dude, you might be a Trump supporter, and we might disagree on like everything with politics, but hey." Like you did some next level shit with that. So thank you for that. Because, she did not deserve that. Slater did not deserve that. That it was really fucked up. And the craziest thing was there were a few red hats that were kind of, I don't know, being coy about it. On the panel, they were like, well, was that actually what was happening? That type of shit. That happened. Now, it was very, it was very hard for Danielle to talk through all of that. And Liam joins the panel and hits him with, I'm trying to remember the exact way that he said it. Danielle, I'm really sorry that happened to you. I have also been the target of, doxing from people that are on this panel right now. Your friend Nemo has tried to dox me and do actual harm to me, but I won't mention that here. I'll send that to you in DMs. That type of shit. And then proceeded to continue to play the violins for himself. Somehow he turned that situation, which was unambiguously a fucked up situation, and everybody was being supportive of Danielle, rightfully so, because awful thing happened.
Yeah,
he managed to turn that conversation into something about him, and tried to be like, well, I was also there, and there were people in your chat saying that I did it, therefore I'm actually a victim too. Literally, this motherfucker tried to do that. So, after he pulled that shit, I, just kind of calmly remarked after he finally got done, it is pretty wild making this all about you. That is pretty wild, man. But, yeah. I mean, I guess. And then he accused me of being a grifter or whatever the fuck. I was like, I mean, no, you have to be dishonest to be a grifter. He's like, well, you don't have a job. You just do this all the time. Yes, this is my job. This is how I feed myself. Yes, thank you, Liam. Yes, what? That's really pathetic, Nemo. It's really pathetic that this is what you This is all you're on here all the time. You're not doing anything to add value to whatever. So I think he was trying to I don't know, flex on me or some shit. He was basically trying to do the whole belittling, oh, you're just on TikTok all the time. That's pathetic. You just beg for money. So because he did that, the chat being fucking awesome, I started getting a nice steady stream of little donos. And they were all various permutations of "fuck you, Liam." It was beautiful, and I read them all off. I had a nice little just list, and made sure that he was still there, so I could just read them one after another to him. And he just got more and more pissed.
God damn, dude! I love everything. I love everything about that. He was just fucking fucking punching the air or drywall or whatever was convenient,
100%. Oh yeah.
Neely says, reminder, Liam used to do lives with Dean Parker, Chris, and Harry as his background. Yes, he did. He had that picture up on his original account for fucking ever. It's fucking weird. So fucking weird. Yeah. How does older millennial get away with drinking and being drunk nightly on his live?
White trash supports white trash.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, look, Kid Rock.
Yeah.
Like, white trash likes white trash. That's how. Motherfuckers got multiple DUIs and shit. And, oh, yeah, no, it's cool.
You want to know something funny? Is that our friend Ari sent me a message. She said happy birthday. She also sent me a screenshot of somebody in her DMs trying to get her to go to a live to debate. Guess who's live?
Ooh. Was it? Does Liam still host lives?
Not Liam. No, not Liam.
Hoodlum?
No, not Hoodlum. The
TPA?
The chat's getting it. Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, God damn! I was like, this guy just is like, he's so desperate to get anybody into his live that he thinks will bring people in. It fucking cracks me up. And she sent me the screenshot of it, and we had a good laugh. We had such a good laugh about it. It was like, and sent the live to her and was like, come debate, don't be afraid. She was like, I don't know who you are. Why would I go to your platform? She's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly why. It's just it's really funny when they're desperate. Like, you can smell the desperation, and they're trying so hard to get views. It's pretty wild. I also really, really have to question. Unrealness is I really have to question how some of these creators have hundreds of thousands of followers, and they cannot get more than 200 people in their live, or 300 people. Like, I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, you suck at this, or your followers aren't real, or exactly bots, or it's like all these different things. I'm just sitting there, and it's just like, what?
Yeah. There's definitely bots. That's part of it, and I mean, I think that also they just don't really have anything to say.
Well, there's that too. I mean, obviously,
like how are you pitching this dumpster fire of an administration right now? How are you like, oh yeah, we're winning? Really? Are we now? Are we? Have you bought groceries recently?
I don't think you have. What could a banana cost, Michael? $10?
Exactly.
I'll never stop using that. Stephanie, hello, friend.
Hi,
How are you?
Nemo. Hi, Matt. Hi, Nemo.
Hey.
Bad night tonight for the Pentagon. Very busy and chaotic night tonight for the Pentagon. I don't know if you're watching the news, but
What happened specifically?
there's a wave of strikes tonight that are could be just as bad as the first wave.
Really?
We have Saudi Arabia Riyadh is under attack. Kyiv is under attack right now. Right now. The pizza rating through the roof.
It's funny because when you said the Pentagon, you want to know the first thing I did?
It's really bad today. Right now.
That was the first thing I pulled up.
The U.S. launched a retaliatory strike in response to Jordan. Donald Trump has greenlit it, and Riyadh is officially in.
I did
Russia
see that
just
with Saudi Arabia. I did see that.
Russia just sent hypersonic missiles to Kyiv, flying at 6,500 miles per hour. All right now, the last 3 or 4 hours. It's really bad.
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, the Riyadh thing, that's probably the craziest thing out of all that. Because, I mean, unfortunately, Kyiv has been routinely bombarded. So Russia popping off like Kinzels, yeah, it's unfortunately not surprising. But Riyadh, now that's a whole other situation, right? For people that aren't sure about what Riyadh is, that's the capital of Saudi Arabia.
It's not looking good out there. Today, the United States approved a $58.9 billion contractual agreement with Lockheed Martin for the Patriot missile defense systems. So I just, on top of it all, just want to remind everybody that we cut critical funding like Meals on Wheels and labeled it waste, fraud, and abuse so that we could build bombs, which is what's happening right now. Very tough day today, and I feel like nobody's talking about this, and this is the second biggest day of escalation since this conflict began.
Yeah. It's not good.
I mean, plus the cuts that were made, like the dollar amounts compared to the increases in the proposed military budget, plus that little Patriot order. No, the cuts didn't cover it because Republicans fucking suck at budgeting.
Jorge, if we're wrong, get in the queue. Get in the queue if we're wrong. Help us figure this out, because every source that I'm showing is saying this shit's hitting the fan. So.
Yeah, Riyadh getting hit, that I'm not aware of Riyadh being hit up to this point. I mean, I know Saudi Arabia has been hit, but I haven't heard Riyadh specifically.
King Khalid International Airport, Riyadh International.
Yeah, the things that I've been paying attention to, just like kind of keeping an eye out for. One is everything related to the Red Sea. So the I'm gonna fuck it up. What is it? The strait in the Red Sea. Mandeb Strait. It's something
Mandeb.
Before that.
Which strait? Are you talking? You're talking about
It's
the one
it's next
in
to
the Red
Yemen.
Sea? Hold on. It's Bab el Mandeb. Bab el Mandeb is what it is. Yeah. Bab el Mandeb. I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce that. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on.
Sunflower, thank you for the gift. Can I read you this really quick while you look that up? Just a short paragraph.
Sure.
U.S. Central Command CENTCOM has announced that U.S. forces are currently conducting a heavy wave of strikes against dozens of targets across the Middle East and IRGC targets in Iran at approximately 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will be ongoing. describing the operation as a response retaliatory attack to Iran's attempted ballistic missile attack on U.S. forces in Jordan yesterday. So they tried to fire on U.S. forces according to CENTCOM yesterday, and this is a retaliatory strike. I know that they're striking multiple islands off the Iranian coast, Kish Island, a few others. We could go through it. According to CENTCOM, the strikes targeted military command centers, missile and drone facilities, coastal surveillance, and defense sites, and maritime capabilities to reduce threats to U.S. forces. So the shit's hitting the fan, and if they strike now, Iran will have a retaliation. Who will they hit?
Real quick, before we talk to Jorge here, thank you to our friend Wesley over on the tube. He said, for a chance to hear you tell Festmeister he doesn't matter, he should call in or shut up. Much love. All right, well, Festmeister, you have been silenced in the tube chat. That's some capitalism for you, right fucking there. That's some capitalism. So, and let's see, we got.
Yeah, I sent just a screenshot. So I circled 2 spots on there. So the 2 red circles, the one that's next to Iran in the top right, or the right side of the image, that is the Strait of Hormuz. Everybody's probably familiar with that at this point. The other circle towards the bottom of the image, that is the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. And so the reason why that's important, Strait of Hormuz, that we know the importance of it, right? So 20% of global oil goes through there, plus other stuff like fertilizer and any other number of products go through that strait. So any interruption to shipping from there are ripple effects in the economy, serious ones. And so the U.S. specifically has been kind of staving it off by burning through the SPR. But we can't hold out in perpetuity with that. The Bab el-Mandeb Strait, that's the one that really makes this a serious fucking problem. So just the first Strait of Hormuz, that being closed, that's been fucking the economy in the ways that we've been feeling. Now, the way that this has been handled up to this point is, okay, well, we need to get that oil out, and we can't through there, or we can't reliably through there. So instead, how about we pump that shit across Saudi Arabia? There's a long-ass pipeline that runs across Saudi Arabia. Let's pump that shit to the Red Sea, and we'll go from there. And, okay, that would have worked, except that pipeline at various points has been targeted with rocket attacks, and now that strait right there is being targeted. The Houthis in Yemen, their operation is nowhere near as sophisticated as Iran. So, we're talking popping off rockets in much less of a effective way as Iran. So will that strait be closed or clamped down the same way that Iran can clamp down on the Strait of Hormuz? Don't know. But interruption to that one, el-Mandeb Strait, that then cuts off all sorts of traffic that runs through the Suez Canal, which is right there right there where Egypt is. So the top part of the Red Sea, which is one of the main arteries for everything. It's like same level as the Panama Canal. If that y'all might remember once upon a time back in 2021, when there was an interruption because of that one ship in the Suez Canal, like the Ever Given or the Evergreen or whatever the fuck got stuck.
Yep.
And that was like a few days, and it was a problem. Okay, yeah. So it's that one. So if that gets interrupted, that causes oil to shoot up even more, plus other products that run through the Suez. So Mr. Global has brought this up. He has talked about this because he's been waiting to see if that strait was going to be closed. And if the Houthis pull it off, that is going to cause some terrifying economic shit.
Well, you know, they hit the LNG storage tanker today in Egypt, Damietta. It was in water, so it's somewhere, I believe, in the North Red Sea. It was struck today, and the U.S. is promising a response to that as well. So they're active in that region. They're starting to make a move. You're saying that we can expect to see that the hot zone next. There was a strike today in Egypt on an LNG tanker.
Jorge, hello. You wanted to come up and have a discussion about this?
To be honest, I forgot what the topic was at this point.
Did you vote for Donald Trump?
Well, of course, yeah.
So at this point in July of 2026, why are you still supporting Donald Trump?
Well, why wouldn't I support him?
See, here's the thing, is that's not an answer.
Okay, well, I support his immigration policy. I support his domestic taxation policy. And I support his foreign policy. So why wouldn't I support him?
Because all of those things are hurting Americans?
How so?
Gas is more expensive right now.
As opposed to what?
As opposed to when
like
Donald
January
Trump,
of this year?
Yeah, or when Donald Trump took office. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's technically true, yeah.
No, it's not technically true. It just is true. It's 100% true
Sure.
that he has made gas more expensive for no reason.
Well, I wouldn't say no reason.
No, there's no reason.
There is a reason.
No, there's not a reason. There's no reason.
Okay. If you believe that, you believe that.
No.
Name the reason.
What is...
Yeah. I can name the reason.
What is it?
Yeah, we're supporting our regional allies in the Middle East.
No, we're not.
We are.
No, we're not.
We
You said
are.
we're supporting our regional allies in the Middle East.
We are.
What we've done is we've gone to war because Israel wanted us to, and that's not a reason to
that's
do
not
it.
true.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. That's
Yes,
totally
it is.
reductive.
Cool. And then
It's not
awesome.
true.
Then I'd like you to explain why we haven't gone to war with Iran under the Biden administration, the first Trump administration, the Obama administration, the George.
Well, it depends.
Excuse me, I'm not done talking. The George W. Bush
let me know.
administration, the Clinton administration, the George H.W. Bush administration, the Reagan administration. Why didn't we go to war with Iran under any of those administrations?
Well, first of all, I dispute that we're at war. I don't think we are at war.
We're 100% at war because Donald Trump has said that we're
Also-
at war, and the Secretary of Defense has said that we're at war, and we declared war with them, and then when we signed the memorandum of understanding with them, Donald Trump said this is going to end the war. So if they say that we're at war with them, we're at war. And by definition, it's a war. So every single thing that would be the requirement of definitionally a war, we're at war. So I don't really care about your semantics in terms of what you
It's not
want to call
semantics.
it.
I mean-
Is. I'm not going to do this with
Well,
you.
Vietnam wasn't a war,
it's-
Matt.
Yeah. So I'm not doing this, Jorge. If you want to take that argument somewhere else, take it somewhere else. Because I don't really
Sure,
fucking
sure,
care.
we're-
I'm not doing it. We're
Sure, let's say we're at war.
Right. No,
Sure.
not let's say
Okay.
we're at war. Definitionally,
fine.
by any definition, we're at war. Vietnam was a war. Korea was a war. The first war in Iraq was a war. The last war in Iraq was a war. Afghanistan was a war. There's no way that you're going to say that any of those weren't wars, right?
Yeah, sure.
Exactly. So by every definition, it's a war. So at this point in time, we're at war, right?
Yeah.
And so Israel convinced Donald Trump to go to war, even though every single other president in the last 47 years has known not to go to war with Iran because of the dire economic consequences that it would wreak on the United States of America.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because if
right.
it was such a problem,
no.
if Iran was such a problem and they were such a danger, why did no other U.S. president take care of this issue?
Well, I mean, they did try to address it in different ways.
Except that they didn't. Hold on.
You don't think that? But you didn't.
No. Because what I'm
You
going to
just want to hear yourself talk. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, I'm good. I have no time for you. I've talked to you so many times, and you know what I'm not going to do tonight? I'm not doing semantics with Jorge. Fuck off.
That was awful. I'm sorry, to say that, but that was terrible. There was nothing there.
Yeah, no, you're right, Jorge. It isn't talking, because what I'm not doing is I'm not doing semantics. If you can't even start the fucking conversation with "this is a war," then fuck off. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I've talked to you enough times. You're a fucking piece of shit. You're disingenuous. You are not in good faith. Fuck off. I'm just not. I'm done. I am done having that argument with fucking anybody. And you'd be like, well, technically, I guess we could agree to that. I'm not doing it. I will sit here and talk to my fucking self instead of talk to you. It's why people don't want to have you up on their panels anymore, is because you're a disingenuous piece of shit.
The frustrating thing is because it's I know him as Guy Fawkes. So I've had lengthy conversations with Guy.
Mm-hmm. So have I.
And I know that he knows better. Because he's not dumb. He is not dumb. That's really one of those things for me, is like whenever we talk to Trump supporters and you get about a minute or two in, you can kind of tell if they're just fucking stupid mouth breather or if they're going to do this playing coy thing. I've had extended discussions with Guy, and he is exceptionally well read. He is a learned man. That is the best way to describe him. He knows everything that I would know about history of any, especially geopolitics. He knows it. And because he knows it, that's what makes this frustrating, because he knows better. And that's it just, God.
Because they're in denial, Nemo. They're in denial and have to convince themselves every single day that Donald Trump will somehow get through this okay. Donald Trump is failing on every metric, and they have nothing left to say.
Yeah.
Other than, this is not a war.
Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Carrie. Appreciate you guys. The support. Yeah. The thing is, I've also talked with him a number of times. I've also had lengthy conversations with him, dating back a while, especially about like economics and different things like that. And I just, it is. I will not go down this rabbit hole. I will not go down this rabbit hole of what is the definition of is and what is that, like that, and that is exactly what that conversation was going to be.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight you. for every fucking definition. Like, if you wanted to have just a conversation about the merits of the thing, fine. But I'm not doing that thing. I have no patience for it. None. So, fuck off.
Like, I know that people, like, I don't know what the reaction was at the time, because I was like a fucking toddler, more or less, at the time. But I know that, what you just quoted, that depends on what the definition of is, right? Or, I guess the better way to put it is, it depends on what the definition of is.
Yeah, there you go.
Bill Clinton, that was his lawyering during the Ken Starr investigation. And I'm pretty sure that kind of painted him in like a shitty light. I don't know what the reaction was at the time. But I think that most people looking, when they hear that, they're like, what kind of lawyer ass shit is that? Bill Clinton was a lawyer, so of course he would do that, right? If you get to that point, if you're getting to that point where you were like parsing the meaning of the word is, it is now a lawyer conversation. It is now a battle of like semantics, and who is able to do rhetoric better, and the substance is out the window.
Exactly. Hey Stephanie, listen, I appreciate you coming up, friend. I think we're probably gonna be
Thanks for
wrapping up
having
here.
me.
So, but thank you for bringing that that stuff up. I appreciate it, and hope you have a good rest of your night. Hope you have a good live
Thank you
next
so
time
much.
you go live. Okay,
I'll
friend.
see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Have a good one.
W's for Stephanie. Appreciate you coming up, friend. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get any other really like meaningful conversations over here necessarily tonight, and yeah, we're pushing. I don't know. It's like 1:20. I don't know. I'm starting to feel like I don't want to get into anything too deep as we get later on in the night. So real quick, yes, Crystal. I know him. Absolutely. Want to say thank you to everyone for being here on Wednesday night. Obviously, Nemo and I will be back tomorrow night at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, just like normal. You know what, Carrie? Let's the Medicare thing. Let's shelve that for tomorrow, because the rise in cost is going to be a big thing. And actually, I was even thinking about doing a video about that, because that's going to be a major thing. The ending of the subsidies, and they're downplaying how much of a problem this is going to be. This is going to be a problem. And so we should absolutely touch on that. Let's try to do that tomorrow. But 100%, this is going to be a major issue. I think it's good for the Democrats to be able to hammer on in the midterms. But it's going to be bad for people on Medicare. I mean, it's just, for seniors, it's awful, because those subsidies were really helpful, and I think it's going to increase. They're like, oh, it'll maybe increase cost by $10. Like, no, I don't think so. I think people are going to see some real issues there. So we'll talk more about that for sure. Please make sure that you are subscribed to both of us over on the tube, not just to me, but to Nemo as well. So if you've subscribed to me, that's great. Oh, by the way, speaking of the tube, thank you so much to Gold Mine Transportation. Thank you for the gift of the jewels over there. Appreciate you. Make sure that you're subscribed to both of us. If you are not subscribed to both of us, it's very easy to do so. If you're on the tube, you can click right up there for me, or if you want Nemo, his link is right down there in the description. If you're over here on TikTok, please still make sure that you're following both of us. You can do so via links in our bios. We both have links to our YouTubes. It would be really great if you can bolster that up for both of us. It's super, super helpful. It's incredibly important to get Nemo up over 1,000 followers. We're really trying to get that up for a number of different reasons. Please make sure that you do that. Make sure you're following both of us over here, following all of our backup accounts. Make sure that you're considered being in the Discord. Get on Nemo's Discord. Link in his link tree. Link in my link tree. There's so much good stuff. Carrie, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Nemo, do you have any other thank yous to run off over there?
Yes. Thailand? I think it's Thailand. By the way, I fucking love that name. I love the way that name looks. I like the way it sounds. So you have a cool name. Thailand, thank you for the Cash App. Said, worst match shooting was Pulse Nightclub Orlando. Was that one worse than the Vegas one? It was definitely, I mean, they're both terrible.
Was it?
So, yeah. Thank you, Catherine, for the Cash App. You said, just for another fuck you, Liam. Well, I am happy to oblige. I guarantee there's going to be some more. There's going to be some more tonight. I can feel it. Trisha, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. You said, I've known Ruparaj, the Detroit moderator, my entire life. He's an honorable and honest man, and I'm so proud that he didn't let shit fly. That is really fucking cool. That you know this guy. That's cool. Yeah, cool. He did good. He did good. I think that unfortunately now it's way too common for moderators to give like maybe one question of pushback and that's it. And because that's so normal nowadays, politicians are trained for that. So like when they do debate prep, they are trained for that. When you do debate prep for that type of debate, you will get debate prep as far as like, you know, your stump speech, your talking points and all that shit. So the substance side, but then you also get debate prep on this is how I'm going to use the rules to my advantage. I'm going to use the clock to my advantage. I'm going to, you know, oh fuck, my mind went blank. I'm going to revert back to my stump speech to fill out the next, 30 seconds. I'm going to run it. I'm going to run the clock out. That way there's no empty space that could then be filled in with like a follow-up question from the moderator. Not going to do that. So I'm just going to run out the clock. And like they are trained in like this meta kind of way to game the debate itself.
Yeah.
And so it is very rare for moderators nowadays to push multiple times on a question. So he gets all the praise for that one. I'm very happy that he did, especially with Stevens, because
I
$40
really
something million on a fucking primary.
Also, she is just. I just fucking hate. I really hate her.
Yeah, like she is very fake. Like I have heard the most charitable interpretation of the whole accent thing, because that's not her accent. People from where she's from don't talk like that. Like it is the most exaggerated Michigan accent. It's what I would do with a Michigan impression, which is like overblown, borderline, Fargo type accent. That's what she's doing. She does not sound like that normally. She is putting that shit on, and it's pretty obvious. And the most charitable interpretation of that I have heard is that it's It is her trying to connect with the Michigan people. It's her love letter to the Michigan people. And I'm sorry, that's not good enough. What the fuck? That's her love letter is changing her accent? Like, what the fuck? I mean, Kamala Harris got infinite, unending, eternal shit for quote unquote faking an accent where she, I mean, to say that she code switched, that's like exaggerating because it wasn't even a code switch.
It wasn't even.
It was like one word. And that's normal. People who were never from the South, who hang out somewhere in the South for like a day, they are inevitably going to start mirroring the people that they're with. They're not going to pick up a deep ass Southern accent, but they're going to start, like, they might stop or start dropping G's, like, you know, talk in instead of talking, or they might start accentuating their R's more. That's normal. That is a human thing. Everyone does it. You start subconsciously kind of mirroring the people that you're around, talking like the people that you're around in the moment. That's how that happens, right? That's a normal thing. That's not a fake thing. And so Kamala Harris, with like a single word back in the fucking campaign, oh my God, she's fake. She's just faking a Southern accent. Meanwhile, Haley Stevens, this bitch is putting on a whole ass like Michigan pantomime level.
Literally.
And what? We're supposed to be like, oh yeah, well, you know, I don't know who to pick. And again, when you listen to them, when you listen to like what Haley Stevens is arguing for and what Abdul El-Sayed is arguing for, Abdul El-Sayed does not sound fake. Like, whenever he's asked a question, he's just like, yeah, I want healthcare for people in Michigan. I want you know, Michiganders to have their money spent in Michigan. I want to make things affordable in Michigan. These are that okay? Yeah. And what about you, Haley Stevens? Israel comes to me in my dreams. Like, what the fuck?
Get the fuck out of here. Like, genuinely, get the fuck out of here. I guess.
Her Michigan persona seems so. Yes, exactly. That's exactly right, because that it's the equivalent of somebody doing like a Southern impression.
Yes,
like it's somebody who is like, I don't know, from California, putting on just a stereotypical Southern accent. Now, that doesn't offend me, but it's like that, right? And there are people in the South who do get offended from that. And it's the same thing because, yeah, you are over exaggerating all of it.
Yes. If you're really, it's the same way that like I get really offended if like I know when somebody is doing an over the top Boston accent, it pisses me right the fuck off. It like I know when someone's really doing it. I know when someone is doing it over the fucking top, and it's just like it's the quickest way for me to be like, fuck you. Just get the fuck right out of here. I fucking hate it. So yeah, I totally get this. I really hope it's turning voters off from her because yeah. Yes, what's her face? Cindy, yeah, that I've only seen a couple of her videos, but I absolutely cannot fucking stand that shit. Hate her.
Wait. Is this the person that I think it is? Hold on. Oh, okay, no, this is a different person. Never mind.
Okay. Well, not a whole lot of people on. I guess Joey is on, but I don't know. unless you've got another suggestion, I'm open. So, what do you think, man?
Who did we raid last night?
I think we did go to Joey last night. That's what I was saying.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. Slayer is on.
Slayer. Okay. Then let's go there. We haven't done that. So
yeah.
You want to pop his at down there?
Yeah, let me get it. Hold up.
Well, and Nemo's gonna end up there. So I want you guys to go over there, and I want you guys to be supportive, and I want you guys to send as many fuck Liams as you want. Okay, even if it's just for a fucking $1, like do that. Also, feel free to remind Eric that he owes me $1,000 at any point in time. Any of you guys, just casually. Okay, man. Anyways, we appreciate you guys.
You ever heard of Ripple? XRP, man. Have you heard of Dogecoin?
Don't you guys know? I'm just saying.